Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, an NBA MVP, an NBA champion, an NBA Finals MVP. He got a scoring title, and he's looking for a second one, and he's looking for another championship and another MVP. But he made unique history last night in the fact that he had 100 or has had 100 straight 20-point games. Pin, chill. Talk to me about just how rare this is and what this actually means, or if it's even that big of a deal.
It's crazy that
no big deal.
Now, see, to Penn, it's no big deal. And the reason why the Penn is no big deal is because that's what we live today. We live in a space where nothing is really a big deal like that. If you notice, Ron, every time something like this comes up, it's Chamberlain. Like, who has the most consecutive games of making field goals? 10 straight field goals. Chamberlain. Who has the most consecutive games of scoring 20? Chamberlain. Who has the most consecutive games of 20 rebounds? Chamberlain. Like, Chamberlain's name is attached to all of this stuff. So when a guy like SGA is able to, even though he's still 26 games behind Chamberlain, by the way, he's still 26 games behind Chamberlain in order to get to that space. Like, it's still a big deal to basically go 2 years straight, Penn, without missing a game where you don't score 20. That's a big-ass deal, brother. A huge deal, especially in the league today where scoring is as prevalent as it is. And for a guy like SGA to be doing that, yeah, that's a huge deal, Ron. Huge.
Somebody got to score the buckets over there, man.
They got a bunch of bucket getters over there, though, Ox.
I do.
But they got a bunch of bucket getters. I think that's what makes it even better. The fact that they got a bunch of bucket getters over there. Like, he ain't the only bucket getter. They got a bunch of bucket getters over there. I don't know if you know this, Ox, but he the only dude on their team averaging 20 a game. That's it. There ain't nobody else over there averaging 20. It's just him.
Yeah. That's because that's his only job. He only got one job.
But
to score.
But it's 6 other dudes averaging double figures over there. 6.
Yeah, like 11, 12, 16.
No.
So, Ox, this ain't a big deal. And hold on, before you answer this question, we do have a big deal, and we do have a bucket getter in the house. My man Miles Durr is in the building. What's good, Wadurr? My guy Wadurr in the house. Seen him at the TikTok Awards. Met him at a TikTok event in Atlanta. One of the best TikTokers in the world. One of the best content creators in the world. Hey, can you tell the people what exactly you do and how you do it?
Yes, sir. Thank you, bro. And I really appreciate you guys having me on. So I do basically I do NFL and NBA all-time lineups. I'm the creator of the verses. So if you ever seen those videos where people make 2 lineups and then the followers vote which lineup is better, I started that trend back in 2021. So
that's you. So like Luka and Jason Tatum, Chamberlain and Shaq, stuff like that. Oh,
yes, sir.
Thicker than ever. That's you. Oh, that's dope. All right.
Sir. Yes, sir.
Hey, Miles, you think we could do one later?
Yes, sir. Easy.
Like live and in the flesh, like up here.
You already know, bro. You already know.
All right. Cool. Hey, one of us strong links will pick on one of these weak links.
Yeah.
Yes, so we'll figure it out.
Why do you only call them 2 out? Why you only call them 2 out? That's
Ox, I didn't know you was I didn't know you was the mismatch in the defense, Ox. I didn't know that we was going after you. I did not know.
No, Ox just here to get buckets. Remember, that's his only job. That ain't
go after Ox. You're not going to score a lot. But you
that's what I thought. That's what I was like. Wait a minute.
Ball from you.
Yeah, since when did Ox become the guy that we going after? Nah, we ain't doing that. We got to go away from him. As a matter of fact.
Hey, Ron, you are no SGA.
Things change when things change when you get old, Ox. You know, those feet start to get a little slower. Those hips don't open up as much as they used to. You know, it's not really the same. Bobby Portis. But let's get back to SGA though. So are you guys feeling like this is?
I was kidding. Just it is a huge deal. I'm kidding. I don't know if my deadpan delivery gave it away. Yeah, it is a huge deal. When you look, chill. I don't know what it is, but when you say you the only player in NBA history since Wilt Chamberlain to do blank, that blank is a big deal. It's a big deal.
Absolutely, it is.
So
it is, man.
I think it's amazing to be able to score that many points consecutively like that. I'm not trying to discredit that. All I'm saying is somebody got to score over there. You know what I mean? And that's his job. That's his job, and he does it well.
Well, if you think about this now being year 4, this 4th straight year that he averaging 30 a game. So let's see. I think Jordan could say that. That's it. I don't think no other guard can say that they have. Jordan, Jerry West could say that. I think that's it. I know Oscar Robertson could say it, but I don't think he could say it as much as SGA. But to be able to average 30 a game for 4 straight years, especially in this space, and to average 35 and 5 for 4 straight years, yeah, that's a pretty big deal, man. And he gets it in a way, like people say, you know, he's the foul bait merchant and he lives at the free throw line. Whenever I hear that shit, I'm sorry I'm cussing, but that shit drives me crazy because I watch Michael Jordan average 12 free throws a game against the Knicks in '89 in the playoffs, right?
Mm-hmm.
Kobe Bryant averaged 9 free throws a game for his career. Scorers get to the strike. Let's cut the nonsense. On top of that, SGA is the same dude who, without free throws, he lead the league in scoring. Mm-hmm. Without free throws, he averaged more points than Giannis. He averaged more points than Joker. He averaged more points than he actually averages the same amount of points as Kyrie Irving.
Mm-hmm.
When Kyrie Irving was getting free throws. So the idea of him getting to the strike, that's part of the game.
All those things are true. Chill, like just because SGA does some foul baiting doesn't mean that James Harden didn't do it. Doesn't mean that D Wade didn't do it. Doesn't mean that Kobe didn't do it. You know what I'm saying? Doesn't mean that Jordan didn't do it. A lot of dudes foul bait. To me, chill, there's a difference though, and I know we've spoken on this before. When you're doing the Jalen Brunson thing, when you're doing every time you get touched, you're throwing your body around and you're just throwing the ball up at the rim. It's a little different as opposed to like D Wade. If you're creating contact and seeking contact and you're going to score the basketball, it's a little different than the old school James Harden rip my hands up and just flail around. I think that's a little bit of the difference. But a lot of guys, especially prolific scorers, they're trying to get to the free throw line.
I think that's what changed it. I think that's what changed it was the James Harden thing. You know, when James Harden started doing the rip throughs, and you look at Jalen Brunson's become a beast at that as well. And I think just like this new era of NBA, it's all about, I mean, if you can make the free throws, you're going to average over 20 a game. That's just the way it is in the new era of basketball. But you got to be able to make the free throws still. So, I mean, SGA is a great player. He knows how to find his spot. I mean, he's a mid-range assassin, but at the same time, he can hit those three-pointers too. So, I mean, you got to give SGA his credit. Averaging that many points a game, especially – but also at the same time, you look at it, he can only average that many a game because he has a team that has no egos. If you look at a lot of teams that throughout the generation of NBA, the teams that had the egos, at some point, the egos are going to come up and those players are not going to be able to fit together or work together no more. That team has no egos. That team is just – they fit perfectly together. Those guys work hard. Alex Caruso is a great old head to have in the locker room to keep everybody mellow-headed. I mean, it's just a great situation for SGA. I like it a lot.
Penn, I don't think that people understand how important it is to let the lead singer sing. Like when you start thinking about why you ain't writing songs for me and why come I don't have any songs, now you start to throw a monkey wrench in everything we doing. When you let the lead singer sing, you'll recognize that we can all eat. We can all get busy. I've always been an advocate, Ox, of everybody want to be the king. I want to run with the king. Because guess what happens when I'm run with the king? The king eating, I'm eating too. The king goes shopping, I'm going shopping too. The king got a nice ride, so do I, right? So it's a difference between wanting to be the king and wanting to run with the king. Not everybody can be the king. And I think that this Oklahoma City team has recognized how good SGA is and what he brings to this unit and what they're trying to do. I think that they see that the goal is bigger than the sum of the parts.
Right. Right, and they don't. A lot of people too, though. Too, they realize, you know, heavy is the head. You want to be the king. It comes with a lot more than just shooting the basketball. You know what I mean? It comes with a lot of that, and you know, I'm happy to hear that though. Like this team, because we've mentioned that, and the fact that they come together. You can see these dudes that they enjoy playing together. You know what I mean? And they're not gonna do SGA like New Edition did Ralph. You know, we gonna play ball.
Well, chill, like scoring is up across the league, right? We are seeing a lot of guys who are 20 and there's like an inflation. So couple quick things about Kobe Bryant. You mentioned Kobe Bryant got to the line 9 times a game for his career. I think you rounded up a little bit, 7.4. Number one. Number two, Did you know that
think it's
between
more, yeah,
2002, 2003, and 2007, 2008, Kobe averaged 29.7 points per game throughout that entire, stretch. Now, he didn't average 30 every game like Shai's doing right now, but it's worth noting his team was barely scoring 100. For most
Oh,
of
it's
those
obvious that
years,
he was the offense. I ain't gonna fight that. Yeah, he was there. Oh, yeah.
so it kind of makes you think, right? Like, what counts more, right? Now, Kobe played a ton of minutes. He was playing like 42, 43 minutes. So you could say, okay, well, Shai doesn't play 43 minutes. So maybe we can adjust it a little bit there. Shai's team scores a lot more. So if Shai's scoring 33 out of 120 points every single night, and he's doing like 36 minutes, like how do you really adjust for that? So, I mean, I think he's definitely entering those conversations, those spooky conversations that people don't want to have about him. And I think records like this prove that, that thing you say, who are you on a Tuesday? Well, Shai on a Tuesday is 20 points minimum. That's impressive,
No,
man.
Ben. Shai is 30 points minimum. I get what you're saying, like, but he's averaged 30 for 4 straight. Like, Shai is as good for 30 a night as anybody has ever been. Ever? Over a 4-year span?
Well,
his floor is 30. He's like, it is always, if the line is 29.5 for Shai, it is always intelligent to take 30, to take the more on that. Always. As a matter of fact, when we get to this Splash Sports segment, if Shai's on there, do they play tonight? We taking the more.
They're going up against San Antonio, though.
I'm still taking the more. I'm still
more. That's a revenge game right there. That's a revenge game right there.
I wouldn't care if they was going up against OKC.
They just lost that 500,000. They need that more right there.
Hey, Ron, I'm sorry. I'm not gonna switch gears. I'm just gonna shout out though. Speaking on taking the more, my man almost stood for 300 last night, and we took the more.
Oh, here we go.
Chill. This ain't no hate on y'all. This ain't no, because like I said, I wasn't going against the Niners. I was just going for Phillip Rivers.
I know how you feel about Phillip Rivers.
He was showing out last night. That little pick six in the fourth quarter, man, that wasn't about nothing. Don't worry about that. Besides that, woo! My man Phillip was showing out last night, and we took the more. The more was 165. He threw for 277 on that. Yeah. He was balling.
I can't lie, man. Phillip Rivers did everything he was supposed to do last night. He's 44 years old. He put up 2 touchdowns. He made 1 mistake. The Colts defense was probably one of the worst defense I ever seen last night. I've never seen the Colts defense play that bad. That was just, if they even played just half the ability they could play, they would have won that game. Like that was horrible, man. That was
couldn't
Rivers is so good, man. Like that was crazy.
I told you. Just so you know, Ox, going into last night, it's the number 1 rush defense in the league, numero uno, and we shoved the ball down their throats. Yes, no pause neither. No pause. We shoved the ball down their throats yesterday. Yes, we did. No doubt about that. 100%. What you laughing at, Ron? We're gonna do the same thing to y'all when we see y'all. What you laughing at, Ron? We're gonna do the same thing to y'all when we see y'all.
Miles, week 17, Niners and Seahawks. Who's gonna win that game?
Woo! That's gonna be cinema right there. That's gonna be a big game. But I'll be real with you. It all comes down to Sam Darnold, because you got to realize Brock Purdy has showed up in the tough moments. Yes, look, he got his great. Yes, sir. But Sam Darnold, I don't know if I can truly trust Sam Darnold yet. You know what I'm saying? So that's gonna be an interesting game though. Seahawks versus Niners, man, that's gonna be.
I don't.
I hope y'all took. All I know is I hope y'all took the more on Phillip Rivers last night, man. That's all I know.
I should have, man. I should have, bro.
But since we're on the subject of more, Ron, really quickly, Ron. Since we're on the subject of more, with SGA, I've seen a guy who, this was just a couple of years ago. We were not having the conversations about him 2-3 years ago that we having the conversations about him now. Like, he was not in those all-time great conversations. He was not in the best scorer in the league conversation 2-3 years ago. He was in the conversation of being one of the better young guards. But where we are with him today, and I think that that's because of the expansion of his game, like where he is, the fact that he improved on that stop and pop, long ball in particular. I think he always had that mid-range in his game. I don't think that ever I don't think that ever was not there. I just think that it just got better as time went on. I feel like his one-on-one game got better. I feel like he's been able to create more space from his one-on-one game. His step back game has improved. I think he got stronger, and I think all of this stuff just expanded his game and made him even more of a complete player on the offensive side of the ball. Now, on the defensive side of the ball, I always thought he was a defender. I always thought he could defend. I always thought he was good at shooting gaps. Being an on-ball defender, I didn't think he was great, but I thought that he would compete on the defensive end, and he's done that. So it's the reason why, with the expansion of his game, I think he's the best player in the game. And I'm saying that as a Jason Tatum guy. I think SGA is the best player in the game. Because the reason why I'm saying that, Ron, is because you know how I felt about him and Jason Tatum a couple of years ago. Like, I thought it became a conversation. I didn't think it was a conversation 2-3 years ago, and then it became a conversation later on. And I feel like now we're at a point, I feel like he has passed him. Yes, I do.
Chill. He didn't just show up to the party. He's been first team All-NBA this is his 4th year.
Yeah.
This right here is about to be his 4th year first team All-NBA. 4th year, as you said, averaging 30.
Mm-hmm.
I think people just discounted it because they weren't watching. Because he showed, like, chill, when he showed up, okay?
Yep.
This dude went from never making an all-star team, never making the play-in, never making the playoffs, other than that 1 year with the Clippers, kind of toiling away in mediocrity in OKC. And then in 1 year, he was boom, all-star, boom, 30 points per game, boom, first team All-NBA, boom, top 5 MVP voting. And it's just like, I think it caught some people off guard. And because he was on a 40-win team, they were just like, do it on a good team. You know what I mean? Like that first year, and because he wasn't hyped like Cade or Zion or, you know, those guys coming out of the draft, it was kind of unexpected. And I think when things are unexpected, you're naturally a little bit skeptical of them. But
I feel like that naturally happens though. If you look at most Kentucky guards, other than the ones that are like pushed out there and said, "Oh, this guy's going to be a great player," we didn't think Devin Booker was going to be who he is in the NBA. Nobody thought Devin Booker was going to be that good. You know what I'm saying?
He didn't even start at Kentucky, didn't he? He wasn't even starting.
Devin Booker wasn't that great at Kentucky. You know what I'm saying? Those Kentucky guards, same with Tyrese Maxey. Nobody thought Tyrese Maxey was going to be a beast coming out of college. You know what I'm saying? They go into the NBA somehow. Yeah. These Kentucky guards develop great in the NBA for some reason. I don't know what it is that they do with these Kentucky guards, but they develop great in the NBA. Eric Bledsoe, not a great player at Kentucky, but he did his role great in the NBA. You know what I'm saying? For the Clippers.
Reed Shepherd.
Taking that Lob City team to you know what I'm saying, to the playoffs multiple times. So I don't know, man. Like I like SGA a lot. I can't say he's the best player in the NBA. Watching Jokic and watching what Giannis do, it's hard to give him best player in the NBA. You look at Jokic, he's filling up the entire stat sheet without even looking like a stat sheet stuffer. When Russell Westbrook was doing it, we're like, oh, he's looking for that pass. Oh, he's doing this. Jokic is just playing basketball. Yesterday, he didn't have to do much. Last night, he had like 14 rebounds and 13 assists. Like
he
it
took
was
7 shots. He took 7 shots last night.
7 shots last night. 14 rebounds and 13 assists and 14 points. He had a triple double.
I don't think I watched that game long, Ox. I think I was out. I mean, they started the game, they were up 19-0. I was like, nah, I ain't gonna be here long. You know? I was like, I'm not gonna be here. And I tried to stay long, but they ended up going up by almost 30 before the half. I was like, nah. And I had asked you before, Ron. I was like, Ron, when we watch games, are there games that I have to sit in on? Because I'm watching these dudes go up by almost 30 before the half. And I'm like, is there any reason why I should still be here for this? Because it doesn't really make any sense for me to be here. It was up 19-0 in the first quarter. I'm like, yeah, this gonna be over before it started. What they did, and I know that we're going to talk about this, but I just want to put it out there. What Denver did to Utah last night was I feel like they sent the message, Ox, to the rest of the league, and that message is the teams that are not on our level, we're going to show you that they're not on our level.
As you should too. As you should.
Yes, but these dudes ain't on our level. No, they not.
Don't get me wrong, chill. I love my gig, but I'm not watching that shit
at all.
You know, Miles. You ever had a work meeting and you about 7-10 minutes deep in the meeting? You like, this could have been an email.
Exactly.
Why we gotta be here? Why we gotta be here for this?
That's
why we here. Exactly. Why we here?
Cool, bro. Philip Rivers is playing.
Like if that's the only game on, all right, cool. If it's the last game Christmas night, All right, for sure. Let's let that rock. Hey, let the game run. We'll pour up a drink, with me and the homies chilling, or me and some friends chilling, and we watching the game. However, it could be background noise. But if there's other competitive NBA games on, or hell, even if it's a Monday Night Football game on, man, I'm going to watch that. Hey, these boys ought to be ashamed of themselves. But I mean, maybe not though, because Denver is miles ahead of Utah. But it's like if you down 19-0, come on, man. I done seen everything I needed to see.
I can't lie, fellas. I like Lauri Markkanen's game, so I enjoy tapping in to see what Lauri Markkanen is going to do. But he's really the only player they got on that team, so he's by himself.
No, Keontae George is a baller. Keontae George is a baller.
Keontae George is tough. He's coming up. He's coming up. Him and his brother balling.
Yeah.
From a pro
Fellas,
scouting,
I want to backtrack though, right quick, because I want to. Penn made a good point, and then Chill had kind of spoke into it too. I just want to talk about the emergence of SGA for a quick second. And I want to kind of paint the picture and take a walk down memory lane. And you guys let me know if I'm forgetting any details or facts. I'm not going to go into all the nuance and all the details, but I just want to talk about the last 4 or 5 years.
Yeah.
So Shai goes from averaging 24. This is the 21-22 season. And how many games did they win that year? I think because that's the year that they drafted Chet. So this is the year before that.
Oh, the year before. 24.
They won 24 games that year.
Yeah, 24 games.
24 games. Shai was still getting busy, but he's not on the national radar at all. Either you just have to be a Kentucky fan, or you happen to be a Kentucky fan, you happen to be an OKC fan, or you were a Clippers fan that kind of was early and you knew.
Or you're a Canadian fan.
Or you're a Canadian.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Or Canadian.
You forgot about the North. Don't forget about the North, Ron. You can't forget about the North. My bad.
I gotta stop.
I know you're not so good with geography and compass, but you got to remember the North.
I got you from here on out. And then the next year, Shai basically puts himself on a national scene. But how Penn said, he was still not really getting recognized, because it's like you just played on the 24-win team this year. Or last year. This year, your team only won 40 games, still missed the playoffs, even though you averaged 31. Remember, everybody that season was saying Shai did not deserve to be first team All-NBA. He did not deserve to be up there with Luka, and he did not deserve to be up there over the names. See, so people were saying that. Remember that was the year we were saying Shai and Luka didn't deserve to be first team All-NBA.
Wait.
Remember, it was supposed to be Steph. Who was it supposed to be? Steph and who? Was that Stephen Harden?
If it wasn't positionally locked, Jokic would have been first team All-NBA that year. But unfortunately, because Joel Embiid won MVP that year, Joel Embiid got first team All-NBA that year, if you remember.
It was supposed to be De'Aaron Fox.
So that was the year it was supposed to be De'Aaron and Luka.
The year that SGA was first team All-Pro, the year that they missed the playoffs.
The first year.
Jokic was second team that year.
I thought it was done. No, the Donovan Mitchell.
So the second team All-NBA that year.
It was Donovan Mitchell that year. So it was supposed to be Donovan Mitchell and Steph that year.
Yeah, the year SGA and Luka made it. I had Donovan Mitchell first team All-Pro.
So quick reminder: first team All-NBA that year was Giannis, Tatum, Embiid, Shai, and Luka. Second team was Jokic, Donovan Mitchell, Steph Curry, Jimmy Butler, and Jaylen Brown. And third team was Domas and De'Aaron Fox for the Sacramento Kings, who were resurgent that year, like the Beam and Damian Lillard, Julius Randle, and LeBron James. So
that was the year Donovan dropped 70, right? Donovan Mitchell.
Yes, he went for 71.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
Okay, he was balling that. Oh my goodness, he was.
And you remember, Ox, the people at the NBA, they wanted to make sure he wasn't too good. So it was like, my man, come on in here. We need you to piss in this cup, because we got to make sure that you ain't too good. Right. So we got to make sure everything is legit with you.
Ron, you're talking about this, and obviously not to take credit away from SGA, but I think at some point you should have mentioned Chris Paul. You know what I'm saying? Coming over.
Not during that time.
Yeah, for sure.
No, not Chris Paul as a player. I'm talking about Chris Paul coming over there to OKC.
That was years prior though, Ox. that was a couple years prior. I'm more so just talking about this last 4 seasons.
He planted the seeds.
Yeah.
He for sure planted the seeds.
I was in the bubble, Ox.
No.
I was in the bubble. Mm-hmm.
Was that the bubble?
Because they lost it. Yeah, they lost to Houston in the playoffs.
Yeah, so that was a couple years prior, which I mean, obviously, we can give Chris Paul his credit. Chris Paul did definitely help SGA in terms of just you can see it. Just patience, getting to his spots, and you obviously seen the leap that he took after he got with Chris Paul. But I just want to remind you guys, it was a time where we were saying that SGA shouldn't have made first team All NBA, and he averaged 31. Then he comes back the next season after averaging 31. He's first team. Now we're recognizing him. Now we know, okay, SGA is first team, but is he really first team? And you guys remember, it's this next year where he starts stepping into those conversations. All right, SGA is now top 5. Okay, SGA, because now he's doubled down and he's proven himself. He got first team again and averaged 30 again. So now this is where we start putting him in those conversations. Is he better than, or is he up there with Luka? Is he really up there with Steph? Is he up there with these guys? Now this is where Jason Tatum, SGA combos really happen.
They start to get, so is this 24 round or 25? Because 25.
So now this is 24. This is the first year where they finished at the top of the West.
Yeah,
that was also the thing too. So now I finished top of the West. I've averaged 30 for 2 straight seasons. And on top of that, I'm all NBA 2 straight seasons.
Don't forget, I finished second in league MVP votes too. And there's some people who thought I should have won it that year too. There's not, even though Joker won it, there's some people who thought I should have won it that year. There's some people who thought that I should have won the league MVP that year. With that being said, now the conversation, to your point, Ron, is getting louder. But keep going.
I just don't know if he should have won it that year. I don't even know if he should have won it the year he won it. Let's be real.
I think what you're looking at, and I can appreciate it. I think what you're looking at, I think you're looking at Joker as a player, and I think we're looking at the production. I 100% could get with that. However, when I think about what SGA did for that group last season, being available for 77 of the 82 games, in addition to being available for the 77 of the 82 games, being a bucket getter. I mean, as we all know, buckets might not be the end all be all, but they're very important. And to, nobody in the league had more 20-point games than me. Nobody in the league had more 30-point games than me. Nobody in the league had more 40-point games than me. Nobody in the league had more 50-point games than me. Nobody. So with that being said, I am instrumental in that. And I'm not averaging what Joker is averaging as a playmaker, because our offense is constructed that way. Their offense is constructed that way around Joker's skill set. So I'm not averaging 8-9 assists like Joker is. And I'm not averaging, 8-9 rebounds. No, but what I'm doing for our offense and what I'm doing defensively, getting out in transition after we end up getting turnovers, that's huge for what we're doing. And I just felt like winning 68 games, I thought that SGA was the league MVP last year. I didn't think that there was anybody who was more important to the success of their team than SGA was.
Scoring is the most important thing, and I think sometimes people do forget that. It is possible to out-rebound your opponent and lose a game. It is possible to out-assist your opponent and lose a game. It is not possible to outscore your opponent and lose a game. It is by far the most important thing. Everything in basketball comes back to scoring. We get blocks so we can get out in transition so we can score. We move the ball, we pass, we screen so we can score. We rebound, we offensive rebound so we can score. Everything comes back to scoring. I don't understand this necessitation of you got to fill up the entire box score. What if I just want to fill up one really important part of the box score? Is Dennis Rodman a less of a player because he can get you 22 rebounds and 8 points? I don't think he's less of a
he's less of a player.
Why?
Yeah.
Why is that?
That's his role.
Dennis Rodman is definitely less of a player. He can get you those 20 rebounds, but at the same time, that Dennis Rodman needs a scorer on the court to be good. He needs somebody
needs a rebounder too.
He can't score. What you said one more time?
But a scorer needs a rebounder too, and everybody needs everybody.
But if the scorer is putting the ball in the bucket, the scorer don't really need a rebounder that bad. If he's putting the ball in a bucket, and then if you look at what Jokic does,
nobody scores by themselves. Nobody scores by themselves, right? If you don't put good defenders around Jokic, he's not going to win a single game all year. He's not going. I think if you want to look,
that's the same with any player. Chet Holmgren, Hairsteen, Jalen Williams, those are all star defenders. Those are all, and Kason Wallace. You look at the whole lineup. Those are Alex Caruso. Those are all incredible defenders.
Right. But what I'm saying is, does a scorer being as efficient as Shai is, as good to getting to his spots as Shai is, does that not, in a way, also make life so much easier for his teammates? right?
100%.
My gravity is like you could look at Steph Curry. Steph Curry is an example of a guy who didn't rack up a lot of assists. It's not like Jason Kidd. It's not like LeBron James. It's not like those guys. But I think Steph makes scoring very easy for his teammates because he draws so much attention. I am currently watching a team, unfortunately, because I cover the Raptors. I watch a team every night that goes out and does not shift the defense at all. They pass the ball around, hot potato, nothing moves. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander gets on the court. He drives, right? The entire defense shifts. So whether he passes out of that or whether he takes a shot, it's kind of like the Allen Iverson effect. If I take a shot after I shift the whole defense, you get the offensive rebound. We winning, right? So I think that Shai's impact, while it's not in the PRA sense, he is impacting the game every bit as much as Jokic is, in my opinion.
So you rather have a player that averages
basketball.
You rather have a player that
Say that one
averages
more time.
31 points and let's say 3 assists than somebody that averages 27 points and 12 assists?
I don't think well, first of all, he doesn't average 3 assists. And
Like,
the great
five assists maybe.
He averages.
He's a 35 and 5 guy. That's a big deal.
6.5 assists.
Yeah, he's a
Okay,
35
so
and 5 guy.
You'd rather have 35 and 5 than 27 and 10?
I personally, I don't care. So that's the thing. I don't care because I'm watching Jalen Johnson put up these mega numbers, and he's not anywhere near as impactful as Shai, and Shai's not putting up 30, 20, and 10. I really don't care because if you do 30, 20, and 10 and nothing happens for your teammates, like the assist farming stuff, like miss me with that bullshit. Now, Shai, Jokic is not assist farming. He's not a stat patter. He is legitimately that good. He's a great processor of the court. I just think because Shai is a better defender, number one, right? Number two, because he is a more diverse scorer and a more aggressive scorer, and you don't have to worry about him having like a 6 attempt, 7 attempt game. I think he takes a lot of pressure off his teammates. And I think when you have a guy that you can put the ball in his hands and he's super efficient and he puts so much pressure on the defense and he doesn't turn the ball over a lot. And now he's become a better passer. I think we're getting very, very close to like pick your poison between what you were saying, 35 and 5 or 32, 5 and 5 versus 27, 12 and 10, whatever, you know?
Yeah,
I think your stats look different with different players too, though, Pin. To what you're saying about Jalen Johnson in comparison to SGA or Jokic. When you got guys that are already difference makers, it looks like your stats make a difference. You know what I'm saying? When I got 7 guys out here that are complete hyenas, they're animals on that end of the court. Damn, Drench, you coming in kicking over shit.
I heard hyenas, Ox. That was the last thing I heard. I heard hyenas.
When I'm running with a pack of hyenas, they look like it looks like I'm making a difference as opposed to running around with some poodles. You know what I mean? Like it's a little different. It's not
the poodles. Put a name on it.
Put a name on it.
The Nuggets?
No, I'm talking about the Hawks. I'm talking about the Hawks.
Oh, okay,
I'm talking about the Hawks in comparison to OKC. You know, with all the respect to them fellas, you know what I'm saying? They're professional basketball players. But what I'm saying is if I'm out here and these dudes aren't making an impact, that's not on me. I'm kicking you to rock. Y'all not playing the defense the level of Lou Dort and Alex Caruso and Case and Wallace. And you're not being a bucket getter like what's the kid's name? The kid that got drafted by Philly.
VJ Edgecombe.
No. That he plays for OKC now.
So
is it AJ Mitchell?
Whoever.
Wiggins?
Mitchell. Yeah,
Mitchell.
Isaiah Joe. I'm talking about Mitchell.
AJ Mitchell.
Wiggins, Isaiah Joe, all of those dudes. If you're not coming and making an impact like that, that's not SGA's not making them dudes impactful. Them dudes are impactful.
Exactly. Thank you. Exactly.
I disagree with that, Ox.
Chill. SGA is not, and this isn't a knock to SGA either. Right. This isn't a knock to SGA. SGA's not making them better. They're all making each other better. They're making him better.
No, here's the difference. So when I do my job as a bucket getter, like SGA is, I do my job as a bucket getter. I take the pressure off you to have to do that. In fact, what I do is now I allow you.
All he got to do is score. They're taking the credit. They're taking the pressure off of him.
Okay.
No. I'm already doing that anyway.
Because scoring is the easiest part of basketball. They like, hey, bro, go shoot the ball. You go shoot the ball, bro. We got this. You go score. Do your thing. Let us do ours. Keep your skinny ass out my way. Go shoot the ball.
If that's the case, what about Gabe Vincent?
What about
wide open threes all day, every day on the Lakers.
Right.
Wide open threes all day, every day. LeBron finding them wide open. Ain't making nothing. Ain't making nothing.
And right,
I mean, that's the Lakers defense though. The Lakers got their own defense. That spotlight, everybody ain't ready for that Lakers spotlight because he was a hell of a player in Miami.
He was a starting point guard on the team that went to the finals.
If you switch out SGA, if you switch out SGA for Norman Powell, he'll average 32.
Here we go. Hell no.
He'll average 32.
Hell no. No way we doing this right here. No way we doing this right here, Ox. Don't do that. Hell no. Because now what you
somebody got to tell the truth, Chill. Somebody got to tell the truth. I know y'all don't want to do it. Y'all don't want to do it, so I'll do it for you.
Ox, are you sitting up here telling me that if you take SGA off that Oklahoma City unit and put Norman Powell, even the way he's playing right now, if you put Norman Powell in that unit, they rolling like this?
So what's the record right now, Chill?
They are, I think, 25-3, something like that. Are you saying that they rolling like this?
Okay, so 25-3, they'll be 21-7.
Oh my God. Ox, listen to what you're saying. Okay. Oh my goodness. Okay, Ox. Because now what you're making SGA sound like, you're making SGA sound not ordinary, but you're making him sound expendable. Like we could just get somebody else to do what he does because now you're putting him in a box.
All he got to do is shoot the ball.
Okay, that's extremely difficult, Ox, to be able to be our primary bucket getter. Like he's not just a bucket getter. He's not just a good bucket getter. You are our primary
niggas
bucket
in the NBA that could just put the ball in the basket like that.
Yeah, there's a bunch
Norman Powell would be the worst defender on the OKC Thunder by such a large
SGA is the worst defender on this. SGA is the worst defender.
Come on. Y'all gotta
No, he's not.
They have the number one defense in the NBA. Like.
Okay, cool. Yes. And you know why they have the number one defense?
Because
they don't play Norman Powell.
He might be right about SGA being the worst defender. I can't lie.
He is.
Okay, see,
SGA is worse than Isaiah Joe. Say it with a straight face.
Yes, Isaiah Joe is a great defender.
Worse. I think the word that we're having a problem with here is worse.
Y'all sleep on Norman. I've been trying to wake up Norman for 3-4 years.
Yes, he's worse than Cason Wallace. He's worse than Lou Dort. He's worse than Alex Caruso. He's worse than Jalen Williams. He's worse than Chet Holmgren. He's worse than Isaiah Hardenstein.
Okay.
That's it.
He's worse than AJ Mitchell too on defense. He's worse than AJ Mitchell.
No, he's not.
That's so many players.
He's probably their eighth or ninth best defender. Eighth or ninth best defender.
He's seventh best defender.
Yeah, it's either they the worst or the same, but chill, it's not a big old gap. It's not like
seventh best defender. They play 9 niggas.
Just playing first team all defense type of defense. Like it's okay. Like him, Isaiah Joe, and AJ Mitchell. It's not up here when it comes down to defense.
Norman Powell will be their 15th best defender.
So that's cap.
Oh, are you saying that with the other defenders?
And he'd be their best scorer.
Let's say Hartenstein.
I don't even know.
I can't lie. I think Jalen Williams is the best scorer.
Norman Powell's a better scorer than J-Dub.
The way J-Dub playing right now,
and AJ Mitchell.
Absolutely, yes.
J-Dub playing right now, he is. J-Dub been playing like some bullshit lately, but it's because he just getting back
from injury.
Yeah,
see, that's the thing. Y'all just don't know how good Norman Powell is. Y'all just don't know how good Norman Powell is.
No, but I disagree with Ox though. I don't think Norman Powell's supposed to be in the role like that. By the way,
well, mind you, Drench, I'm not saying they win the championship with Norman Powell. I'm not saying.
Okay.
I'm not saying that, but I'm saying
you don't have to say that. You sound.
They won 41 games with Norman Powell. They win 41 games with Norman Powell instead of SGA though.
They win 41 games without SGA. They win 41.
No. Without SGA, that team
you take SGA off that team and put nothing there, and they win 41 games.
No, they don't. No,
they win more than 41 games.
No, they don't. They win
30. The boys that mess around and win 48. Nah, Drench.
The team is in trouble without SGA. The amount of big shots that SGA make for that team night in and night out, just to get them people that want to take their head off, that team is in trouble without SGA. Don't do that.
Ron, how many straight games has SGA scored 20 points?
100.
About
100, right? Norman Powell has gone under 20 points 6 times this season. Come on, man.
Now here's
Stop
the thing.
this.
That's not even the same thing.
Why is it not the same thing?
You know why it's not
Because
the same
they're
thing?
not on the same team. They not. If you play for this team
Yes.
too, if you play for this
Norman
basketball
is on a
team,
worse
and you got,
team.
But that's not y'all. See, but y'all trying to act like that makes sense, and y'all know it don't make sense. And if you think it makes sense, you're crazy. They are not on the same team. It's not the same. It's not the same level. Those players on that team, that system, that coaching staff, they have it set up where it's just plug in the score, and we're gonna be good.
I agree with that.
You plug in the score to that system, and you're gonna.
But that team without SGA, I'm telling you, that team without SGA is not that good. I'm watching them night in and night out, and they battle.
SGA without that team ain't that good.
On the top, bro. SGA put the cherry on the top with that team. Like SGA go through so many big shots just to escape. Like when they blowing out, SGA got doing what he's supposed to do. SGA is the Steph Curry to that team. Like that's exactly what he is. He's the Steph Curry to that team. You remove Steph, and the Warriors is not nothing.
Wait, which Warriors team are you talking about? Because if you take Steph off in 17, 18. Okay, that's what I'm thinking.
They got KD.
Yeah, but that team ain't the same.
If you take Steph off the Warriors right now, it's like taking Jokic off the Nuggets.
That's what it is with SGA.
No, it's not.
No, not at all. Not at all.
It's not that. Hey, hold on. Can anybody do the research over the last 2 seasons?
They're gonna double check Holmgren and stay home. They're gonna double check Holmgren and stay home.
What's their record without SGA over the last 2 seasons?
Williams gonna average 25 a game, 26 a game without SGA.
Who outside of
easy?
J-Dub not commanding a number one defender without SGA. None of them other guys are doing anything with number one defenders. They're not.
SGA William J-Dub had 40 points in the NBA Finals. He had 40 points in the NBA Finals.
Yeah, you know who next to him? SGA. SGA next to him.
Why is he not getting no respect?
No, he get respect. He's a good number 2. J-Dub is a good number 2. But SGA, nobody outside of SGA and J-Dub, and part of the reason why J-Dub can do it is because he don't demand number one defenders like that. But
they were 6-1 last
But at the end of the day, Alex Caruso not taking nobody off the dribble, Isaiah Joe not taking nobody off the dribble, Lou Dort not taking nobody off the dribble. AJ Mitchell is all right until you put a guy on him. He's not really doing much at all, too. Those guys good at playing out of closeouts. That's why the Thunder are the best team in the NBA. They have the best players playing out of closeouts, and they know exactly what they're doing. You ask them to create. Stop it, man. That team goes below.
That's why they win 41 games instead of 60-something games.
But Jordan, you also got to factor in the defensive pressure that they're providing too. I know you're honing in on offense. I know you're honing in on offense, and that's cool. But what you're not factoring in is when they're getting stops, that leads to fast breaks. When they're getting turnovers, that leads to easy buckets.
You're right.
Hey, when they're throwing you off.
Ron,
that's gonna lead to all of that.
Ron, bad offense. You ain't playing no good defense on the other end. SGA manufactures because he scores. They're able to set a defense. They're able to scheme up. When they make the Thunder turn that shit over like some goddamn pancakes, it's over with. Because SGA is not the guy that SGA is not there to finish the plays for them. I guarantee you rip SGA off of there, teams will blitz the shit out of them. Turnover.
No,
turnover. I'm telling you,
Jordan. It's no way that this team is.
Besides Chet,
Jordan, it's no way that this team won 68 games last year. It's no way that they're on pace to win, to break the record, and it's no way that this is about to be their 3rd straight year as the number 1 team in the Western Conference, damn near the NBA. Without having good competent role players.
Averaging over 30.
100% they do, Ron, but there's a reason why it works the way it works. And this guy is the centerpiece. This guy is
you told me a minute ago that they got a bunch of bucket getters.
They do have a bunch of bucket getters, but okay.
They have a bunch of guys that can play out of closeouts.
No, AJ Mitchell is a bucket getter.
That sounds like a good basketball player to me. That don't sound like a bucket getter.
AJ Mitchell is a bucket getter.
Make him play out of closeouts.
Well, Aaron Wiggins is a shooter. I don't think Aaron Wiggins is a bucket getter. I think he's a I think he's a long ball shooter. I think he's a guy who stretches.
Aaron Wiggins, get to it.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
Maybe it's the system that he's playing in Oklahoma City. I never seen him do anything else except knock down open shots, and I think that's a credit to him. Now, if he played somewhere else, I don't know. If he was in Washington, he might look different. If he was in Charlotte,
he'd be horrible in Washington.
That's what I'm saying.
But Jordan, we only judging him. I can only judge him by what he's doing right now, though. I can only judge AJ Mitchell based. Okay, SJ is there, cool. But it's times where SJ isn't on the floor, and I'm watching AJ Mitchell cut defenses up, slice and dice them. I've seen Aaron Wiggins with SGA on the bench.
Coming in that bench.
I'm saying though, I've seen SGA on the bench, and I've seen Isaiah Joe, and I've seen Aaron Wiggins go crazy. And I'm looking at these dudes like,
that's not ISO Joe. I'm not letting you get that off, Ron. But number two, I will say this. Hey, Chill, I will say this. You think about this. Think about the Clippers that won 41 games, and they had Lou Williams, Montrezl Harrell, Danilo Gallinari, Patrick Beverly, Avery Bradley at the time too. Avery Bradley all the time too. Lou Williams is a better scorer than every single one of them outside of SGA. Guess how many games they won?
What?
If Lou Williams got a better score than AJ Mitchell, it's no way you finna argue with me on that.
No,
Lou Williams 100% is a better scorer. Even in 20, I believe that was the year that KD talked about. I'm Kevin Durant, right? That
yes,
was
when they win 2 games to them.
In 2019, are you telling me that Lou Williams is
the one that averaged 20 a game
in 2019? He ain't a better scorer than AJ Mitchell. He ain't a better scorer than Aaron.
Y'all only talking about one half of the game. Y'all not talking about the difference if they got Lou Dort, Case and Wallace and Alex Cruz.
Man, Lou Dort not playing defense if he gotta be if he gotta think, not even be. If he gotta think he's a focal point on the offense, he ain't playing that bullshit.
He's still not gonna be no focal point on offense. And what? Because he's still not gonna be the focal point on offense just because Shai not there.
I said he gonna think he is. He ain't playing no defense.
Okay, you're assuming that he's gonna think that. I'm assuming he's not gonna think that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Hell nah.
Which goes back to my original point, Ox, that because Lou Dort is the defender that he is, SGA, because he the bucket getter that he is, I take so much more pressure off you to have to do that. Now,
and it goes the same way both ways, too.
No, it doesn't.
You could concentrate solely on being a knockdown shooter. You could concentrate solely
absolutely.
And when we talk about Joker,
you get that weak ass defender on you.
Joker also does the same thing. Joker does the same thing in Denver as the primary distributor because we run the offense through me. You could concentrate on making open layups. You could concentrate on knocking down mid-range shots.
Concentrate on making open layups. What?
What them layups be hard for a motherfucker like Lou Dort? How many layups do you see Lou Dort?
Wait a minute.
How many layups have
y'all
Lou Dort make this year? In the half court set, Ron. How many layups have you seen Lou Dort make in the half court set? Well, you like, oh shit, good move, Lou. You know when you see Lou Dort do something? When he shoot that high-ass shot in the air and he good for an air ball once a game. When he shoot that high-ass shit in the air. That's what you see. You ain't never seen Lou Dort cross a nigga over and get an and one. Win.
We're focusing on Lou Dort, but we're avoiding the conversation about Jaden Williams. Like that's what I'm saying. Like,
I said Jaden.
We all understand Lou Dort's not a great scorer. Jalen Williams is so much better than people giving him credit for.
No, he's definitely good. J-Dub is not a top 15 player in the NBA, though. Maybe not even 20.
He don't have to be.
That's why they win 41 games.
You don't think Jalen Williams is top 20 in the NBA?
He's on the thin line.
Not right now.
I think he's top 20. I think
he on the thin line outside. He on the thin line if he is. He's 19, 20 if he is.
Well, Drench, we're not talking about these guys winning the championship. We're just saying we're just talking about going 500. We're just talking about winning 41
No,
games.
but that's what I said though.
I'm talking about winning 48.
No,
without SGA, this team wins 48. They are that locked in. They are that locked in, and their defense is that good.
If that's Ron, so if that's true. With SGA, they win 72 games. So that's a 24 game increase.
I never argued SGA's impact. All I'm saying is how good this team is without SGA. And just for context, 48, 47 games, that would have been good for the 9th seed last year. So like 47 might sound crazy.
47 though.
That might sound crazy, but it's not really all of that. Like
I ain't gonna lie.
Team will
Ron, I'm not gonna lie to you. Without SGA, I don't know if this. Now they ain't gonna pay attention to their record, so don't overreact. Without SGA, I don't know if this team better than the Pelicans.
Oh,
what's the record on SGA again? Ain't they 6-1 on SGA?
I'm talking about
in the last 2 seasons.
I'm talking about
Yeah,
as
but they
far
beat
as
a lot of
talent.
really bad teams.
No,
They
but
beat-
Jordan,
they beat-
see,
They beat a
That's
lot of really
what I'm
bad
talking
teams
about.
already.
That's
They had the worst strength of schedule leading up to this
That's
point. So
crazy.
they're beating bad teams. They're beating bad teams with SGA, bad teams without SGA. So that doesn't mean anything.
Their
Their
strength
mind you,
strength of schedule was like
weak
Chill,
because they're
mind you
strong.
this. The Pelicans have won 5 games in a row.
It's true.
Now,
Pelicans
I'm
don't
just-
even deserve to be mentioned right now.
no, hold
We
on. Yeah, they
shouldn't
do.
be
'Cause they
talking
won
about
5
this.
games in a row.
God.
I'm trying to tell you, as far as talent, Trey Murphy, Herb Jones, Zion, Derek Queen, Jeremiah Fears, Jordan Poole.
Trey Murphy
They
ain't
mock-
played all
they-
season, really. Trey Murphy
They
been
mock
hurt, like,
New
almost
Orleans.
all
Take
year.
SGA off
No,
that
they ain't
crew.
mock-
If they
they're
played
not
them,
mopping
in,
them.
they
They're not
mocked
mopping
New
them.
Orleans.
No,
Stop,
they're not
Drench.
mopping them.
Stop it.
No.
They mocked them dudes.
Yeah,
See,
why are
y'all
we
looking
talking
at
about
y'all
it?
looking.
They run right over them
dudes. You can't judge the Pelicans. Pin. I need you to back me up now, because you said it. You can't judge the Pelicans
We're
based
talking about
on what
the
they
team
did
with 9
before.
wins.
I'm talking about now. They got a new sheriff in town. Borrego got them boys playing.
Look at
Yes, he
that
does.
defense, bro. Look at y'all. Y'all
No,
are
the
ignoring
Pelicans
the
been rolling.
basketball
First of
game.
all,
No, y'all just yelling names. Nah, not gonna first of all nothing.
Right now.
Y'all
They won
just
5
Hey,
yelling
yo.
names.
Don't disrespect.
Yo, I gotta jump in though, yo. I gotta jump in before we even shift gears and go
Y'all
to the
not talking
Pelicans
ball.
and all
So
of that.
switch this shit up, bro. They're not talking ball no more.
What we'll potentially talk about the Pelicans and their 5-game winning streak later. We'll talk about what it looks like with Zion coming off the bench, but we also got to talk about some other things today, such as a team scoring 152 points,
That's a
but
damn
making
shame.
0 mid-range shots, and then we got to talk about the NBA potentially brainstorming and implementing solutions to prevent tanking. And then we got to talk about a certain guy who could potentially be the #1 overall pick in next year's draft, going ballistic last night. Pin, I apologize. But we will get to that amongst other things. We got super hot takes. And then also, we got my man Miles Durr in the building. This is the originator and the king of creating starting 5 lineups to compete against each other. We are going to get into that today. We'll create 2 starting 5 lineups, and we'll see who actually cooked the most. But before we do that, y'all already know what time it is. It's the most wonderful time of the year. Yes, Christmas Day just got a whole lot better for NBA hoop fans because Players' Choice and Splash Sports are bringing you and only you $10,000 for NBA Christmas Day by way of a tiers contest. This is where Santa Claus comes to town and tests your basketball knowledge to see if you can really turn a tiers contest into a serious holiday payout. Now, here's how it works, y'all. You will select one player from each of the 6 tiers, all based on player projected fantasy points for the Christmas Day slate. There's no positional requirements, so you can run all guards, you can run all bigs, or you can mix it up however you want. You are the GM. The only thing you need to do is make sure that your team, your tiers, include players from at least 2 different teams. And then from there, your players play, they rack up their fantasy points, and at the end of the day, at the end of Christmas night, at the end of Ox drinking all the eggnog and mixing that with whatever liquor he's mixing it with, the person with the most points wins it all. And if that's not you, then you lose. But this is just pure strategy, no gimmicks. It's easy to enter, but it's tough to master. So you guys know what to do. Click the link in the bio. Join the NBA tiers contest for Christmas Day with Players' Choice on Splash Sports. And let's see who really knows ball. Let's see who could be the Grinch who stole everybody's Christmas presents and go win this whole thing. We'll see you guys in the winner's circle. But in the meantime, Big Ox might have some picks for us. Let's see what we rocking with.
Okay.
What's this?
This is just to go over just what happened yesterday. Just wanted to show Phillip Rivers. We took the more on Phillip, and he came through. Ron, you sold us with the Brock Purdy pick, and then sold us with the Lonzo. Then sold us with the
Colts
Lonzo.
sold us.
Doing, Ron? I tried to
This
tell
Ron,
you.
yeah,
Yes,
sold
I
us
was
with
about to say Lonzellis.
Lonzo.
Yeah.
But let's get to it, y'all.
I won't sell us today, Chad. I won't sell us today.
Yes, he will.
Oh, it's
All right.
right.
Who's going first? Chill. What you want to do today?
Who?
We got
Let's
Philly
see.
versus Brooklyn.
Wait.
Charlotte versus Washington.
What's the? Let me see Andre Drummond line.
Andre Drummond.
You about to take the more for the three?
You want the rebounds, huh? You
Take
want
the
the
more for the
rebounds.
three?
5.5 points. Take the more.
Oh, shit, he
What's
gonna make
Khalil wear?
Wait, hold on, y'all. Hold on, y'all, real quick. I can't hear. Chill. You said do what with Andre Drummond?
Yes, Andre Drummond. Take the more on Andre Drummond today. Yes, sir.
5.5 points. Got you.
Yes,
Man,
take
get
the
three,
more.
Ox.
Two
Get the
threes.
three on Andre
Two
Drummond.
threes,
The
Drummond.
1.5 three.
I'm gonna check it out.
Because Andre Drummond be stroking that thing, boy.
You can't do both, Ox. So
I know,
Chill already
I know.
took the points. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I know. I was just checking it, but they don't have him up here for threes anyway.
Oh, they sleep on Dre.
What you want, Drench?
Sleep on Dre. Oh,
Who's
get
next?
on Michael Porter. Michael Porter up
Good
there.
call. Good call.
Come on now, what we
24.5
doing?
points?
That's
You want
easy.
more or less?
More. That's in his sleep.
Okay.
Who's he up
That's in his
against?
sleep.
They're playing
They
against
play
Philly.
Philly. They play Philly tonight.
What's Khalil Ware's line? Because I'll tell you right now, the Raptors don't have a center, and Khalil Ware's been on a tear lately.
He's been balling, bro. Good lord.
Hooping
Here you
last
go,
night.
here you go right here, Pin. We got
Points, rebounds,
rebounds,
assists,
assists,
you got-
and rebounds.
Points and rebounds, you gotta do more for him.
Honestly, man, I'll probably take the PRA or the rebounds. Like I feel like he get a lot
Points
of
is just
rebounds
13 and a
tonight.
half.
Which
Bro,
one
he
you
had
want
like
to do?
18 rebounds. He had 18 rebounds last game.
Yeah, but the points is just 13 and a half.
Bro,
I
he
think
had
that
like,
might be the
he had
easiest
like 20
leg.
He had like 26 points and 18 rebounds last game. He went crazy.
Make a
But
decision.
it's on
Pin.
you, Pin. No, whatever you want to do.
Rebounds. I would take rebounds. He's gonna
Take
get a lot
more
of
or
rebounds because more. The Raptors are gonna miss a lot of shots. He's gonna get a lot of rebounds. He's gonna get a ton of offensive rebounds.
Yo, Miles, you wanna grab one?
Yeah. Let me do since Miami's playing against Toronto. Let me get that more for Brandon Ingram.
Okay.
You sure you don't want to take Scotty Barnes?
Nah, he been
Damn.
showing.
Yeah,
I like this.
You know Scotty's the number. You know Scotty's the number 4 fantasy player in the league.
I like Brandon Ingram's PRA, 0.2 rebounds assists. Yeah,
Okay.
be more on that. Yep.
Ron,
all
which
right,
one
well,
to- which
since
one
you
to
said
sell us
that,
on today,
put
Ron?
Scotty Barnes up there. I think it's the new Lester in town. You know what? I ain't gonna ruffle everybody's feathers. I ain't about to get in the mix with Scotty. Go back. It's a better pick. Tyrese Maxey is good for it. This
Damn,
year he has been
33
good
and
for
a
it.
half. Jeez.
Hold on.
Ron's selling
points
us
is
on
33 and a
that.
half?
So you
Scotty's
You
at
got-
33 and a half, and he had 13 last game. So
What his
I mean,
PRA?
yeah.
So
He
I'm
had
selling everybody on that.
I mean, you could take the less. I mean, I will let you know though. Last year, December 22nd, Scotty put up 6 points against the Houston Rockets on 2-15. He responded by averaging 22, 9, and 5 for the next 9 games. So
what that
he
got
does.
to do with
All right,
this
all right.
year?
So
Same
Pin,
time
my
last
only,
year.
That's
Same
what he
time
got to
last
do with
year.
it. Take the more.
so Pin, my only question is, why the hell ain't you take him then?
Because I believe that the Raptors will struggle to out rebound Khalil Ware, and I actually care about y'all make money as opposed to
All
me
right.
just picking my favorite player.
All right, for sure. You know what I
That's
believe?
that's called me being a team player. You
You know
understand?
what I
as
believe?
opposed to coming up here and trying to be a propaganda merchant.
I believe Tyrese Maxey's going to light up the Brooklyn Nets. So please give me the more. His points are 27 and a half. That's what that is?
Yep.
Yeah, come on. We can get up out of here.
Yeah, I think VJ's supposed to be out tonight too, so he should have a big game.
All right, and that's how we rock in on Splash Sports. You guys already know. Click the link in the bio or scan the QR code on the screen, and we'll see you guys in the winner's circle. Fellas, we got to talk about it. Before we get to these super chats, we got to talk about what the Chicago Bulls did just the other day. So, the Chicago Bulls beat the Atlanta Hawks by a score of 152-150. And the Bulls, they was getting in. They scored 152 points. But they did it without taking a single shot between 10 and 24 feet from the basket. Not one shot. And you know who I blame? Daryl Morey and Mike D'Antoni. But how are you guys feeling about this? How are you guys feel about this?
Do you know that the average 2 is worth more points than the average 3 right now for the second straight year?
Of course. I'm not shocked. I'm just not shocked. But that's a pin. That's another reason why I hate when a motherfucker say, when I say, oh, that's a good mid-range shot, and they always start talking about, look at his percentages shooting the mid-range.
Mid-ranges have gone up
your ass
tremendously in terms of efficiency because teams don't guard them as much.
For sure.
And Penn, to be fair, if a guy shoot 10 mid-range shots and you say, well, he's shooting below 55% shooting mid-range, he's not good at mid-range. Probably because he only shot 10. But motherfucker can shoot 23s in the game and he can make 7 of them. And y'all say, oh, he made 7 threes. Oh, threes. But he shot 20. You see how stupid it becomes after a while? It just becomes stupid. Every time somebody shoot a mid-range, oh, man, that's an inefficient shot. How would you know if he only shot 10? How would you know that he can't make that shot if he only shot 10 for the whole season? You don't know. That's the thing.
But a lot of times it's not so much that they just don't guard the mid range. It's the fact that those are open spots on the floor. People are coming to the ball, getting there. They're probing through the defense to get to open spots on the floor. That's what mid range shooting is all about. It's about beating your defender and pulling up. It's about coming to the ball from the weak side. It's about finding open spots on the floor. It's not like they're just not guarded. That's a good shot.
That's a really good shot because
people see 152 points now. They think, oh, that's how we're supposed to play basketball. This shit is bogus. The NBA is dead.
If we think about this, Chill, if we got 2 people racing, one with the ball, one defending, and I go full speed, and you trying to catch up to me to stop me from going to the rim, and I take right, left, and pull up and shoot, what you think the defender gonna do? He's going to go forward. That's why it's a good shot. That's exactly why it's a good shot right there. Because it's like everything is a 3 in front of you, and then everything is at the rim, which you trying to go. No, you need big guards. I'll put a big guard in there. You got J-Dub was a big guard. You got Kevin Durant. You got Scotty Barnes.
K Cunningham.
Josh Giddey's a big guard.
K Cunningham, Josh Giddey. If all of them got to their mid-range comfortably, and I'm not saying they don't, I'm just saying if all of them got to that spot comfortably and said, man, you know what? Fuck this percentage is crap. I'm going to get to my spot and I'm going to shoot. You wouldn't be able to stop none of them. They too big. They way too. That's what Shai does. Shai just bump you off and shoot it. Imagine if Scotty Barnes did that every time. Imagine if Giddey did that every time. Imagine if OG Anunoby did that every time. That shit is cash.
Here's the thing.
I don't want to see a motherfucker hoist up 7 threes just to make 2.
Mid-range, the mid-range shot is so important because there's a danger zone on the court, which is the nail, right? That nail is super dangerous because you can go both ahead and behind the defense. When you're just launching threes from 25 feet, I think it makes you too predictable. When you're launching everything to the basket, I think it makes you too predictable. When you have the ability to pull up, like what Jordan said, like what K does, you know, what Shai does, think about all the teams that have actually won championships. Really actually think about the best players on those teams. They're all mid-range assassins. Kobe, Michael, LeBron. I want to call LeBron a mid-range assassin, but he's pretty good. Jaylen Brown, I guess.
Jaylen Brown is a good mid-range.
But Nikola Jokic is a good mid-range guy.
Jokic is a good mid-range guy.
The ability, and it's not even a KD is a great mid-range guy. You know,
Kawhi too.
Kawhi is a great mid-range guy. Like you could go down the list of like the last 40 champions, and the vast majority of them have a great mid-range score.
What about DeMar DeRozan?
Perfect mid-range score.
DeMar's great. DeMar's great, but he does
mid-range that doesn't win.
Yeah, but he doesn't win because he doesn't get clean looks. Like there's
he was on the same Raptors team that Kawhi was on, right?
No,
what was the difference? What was the difference?
Well, the difference is Kawhi
is way better than DeMar.
Well, number one, that, and number two, Kawhi gets clean. Like to me, basketball comes down to this. Like as a scorer, do you get to your spots? Do you get to them clean? Do you get clean releases? That's it. That's all it is, right? The number of spots you have on the court, that just makes you a lot less predictable, right? If you only got 3 spots on the court, if you only got 2 counters, you're very easy to stop, right?
100%.
So when Michael got like 85 spots on the court and he could just go off from any one of them, it does matter how efficiently his handle can get him to that spot. But then it double matters how clean the release is once he actually takes a shot when he's there. That elevation, that size, that strength that Michael gets, his looks were clean. I always say Michael Jordan was like the most open scorer in NBA history, and people don't understand what I'm saying. But it's like you realize like he just too fast, too strong, and he just
never really took bad shots. He never really took bad shots.
He gets up high and the proprioception, like with which like he can feel your body, feel that, oh, he's a little bit off balance, boom, turn around, fade away.
He got a nice handle too, man. Nice handle too.
He had a compact handle. So the difference between DeMar DeRozan and Kawhi is funny because they drove that offense for DeMar in Toronto and they just plugged Kawhi into it and it just fit so much better. Why? Kawhi's a way better shooter. So you cannot sit off of him. So you got to guard him higher up on the court. Opens up way bigger driving lanes for all the guards.
He's a way better shooter.
He's a way better shooter.
Yeah,
Kawhi's a way better shooter
because he can shoot the three more efficiently.
He's a better 3-point shooter.
He's a better 3-point shooter. He's a better mid-range shooter. He's a better finisher. He is better across the board, bro. He is better, and especially in the playoffs, he's way better. But why is he better in the playoffs? Cleaner looks. That's it. He gets better.
All I know is the word Drench. The word my man Drench used is psyop, and the word my man Ox used. The word my man Drench used is psyop, and the word my man Ox used is L basketball. What they did was they tricked y'all into thinking that we either got to play at the long ball line or we got to play at the rim, not realizing that when you play in the mid-range, what it does is it opens up the offense even more for you when you play in the mid-range. Because when I'm knocking down mid-range shots, now that means that the help is dragged to me. When the help is dragged to me, that means that guys at the rim are open. And if guys at the rim are open, that means that the lane opens up even more. And with the lane opening up even more, there's more space to drive. And if there's more space to drive, there's more space at the long ball line. But in the words of my man Drench, you got psyoped into thinking because Steph Curry can shoot the ball from 35 feet off the bounce, because Klay Thompson can shoot the ball from 30 feet off the catch. That's the only way you can play. You can't play in the mid-range off the dribble.
And Chill, you know what's so crazy about that, Chill?
Which is nuts to me.
You know what's so crazy about the Warriors, though, Chill? That year when they won the championship without KD, they shot the most mid-range jump shots in the NBA.
They didn't shoot a lot of threes, contrary to popular belief. They did not.
Hey, Jordan, that is psyop right there.
You clearly got
that is 100% psyop.
I've been saying this for years. They have been psyoped. Me and Mars had this conversation on X last night when I was talking about how these guys outside of basketball come up with these terms, with these new terms that people inside of basketball don't use. And so when you get it,
put a name on it. Who?
I ain't gonna do that. That's unnecessary. But when you matter of fact, I do it. Fuck it, because I've been on his ass all for a whole week straight. Swipe a Cam. I get it. Fuck it. I'm on Cam ass. But anyways, they got these they be having these new terms about stuff, and then when you have discourse and debates about people in basketball, they use these terms, and people always be like, "Well, why does the term matter?" And it's like, it's not that the term is matter. It's just that people outside of basketball are trying to
term?
What's like the tertiary? That's an example of what he's talking.
Tertiary is just a word.
What the fuck?
Yes, but nobody. I would give you another one because me and my homeboy be laughing about this shit all the time. When y'all be like, this guy's a great connective passer. I swear to God, I'd ask 7 niggas that play basketball professionally. They all have no idea what the fuck that is. They all be like, what? Hey, this how I ask them. Chill, this how I ask them. Hey, you know what a good connective passer is? They're like, bro, what? And then I'll use swipe on. He's the best rim protecting guard in the NBA. They're like, bro, what? They be like, what? You know what they all have said? They all have said this. Connective passer, this is how they would describe that on the court. Oh, he know how to play. He just know how to play basketball. Oh, he play the right way. That's how they would describe it. There's no connective passer. I just learned a new one now, Chill. It's called a power play. You know what a power play is?
I do not know what a power play is.
That's the Powerball. That's the lottery, right?
No. Power play is transitions.
Oh.
That's hockey. Power play is when
No. It's a new term they got for basketball. They got new terms for basketball. Power play. They got a graph for it. And Jokic is on that graph. See, they use all of this language to slide their favorite player in and say he does this great. He does this great. Because look, when it comes to power plays, Jokic is stopping the most power plays in the NBA. That's how they do this shit. So this is
what is a power play?
No, hold on. Context.
Or like a 3-on-2 or like a 4-on-2. Like is that what a power play is?
Cool.
That's a fast break.
Hold on. No, not necessarily. Not necessarily. Hold on. Because a power play would specify that you have an advantage. Look, let's just be real. We've all played basketball. If you have a 5-on-3 fast break, you need to score. You should score.
Yeah, transition.
No, 5-on-3 is not necessarily transition. Sometimes 5-on-5 is transition, Jordan.
Yes.
Yeah, sure.
More times than not.
Okay, but so if I take 2 defenders out of it, it should be easier for us to score. If we don't score, it is a failure of our offense. So if our offense fails to score 5-on-3, then the defense does deserve some credit as well as the offense deserves some blame. So I do understand why if there is a particular player out there who is exceptionally good, like a Wemby or Shai or whoever the hell it is, at stopping situations where you're going 5-on-3 back in transition defensively, I would say that's something I would want to know about.
Sure, but this is how psyops start happening though, because now
psyops just words.
This is going to be a psyop because now we're going to categorize the game as how many power plays does this guy generate per game based on his defensive presence at the rim. Then we got rim protecting deterrence. All of this shit comes up when y'all start talking about these guys. What is his rim deterrence?
Hold up, Jordan. I got to have a real conversation with you. Does it matter to you, right? If you are an opposing coach, right? You are a coach. So does it matter to you that the other team has a dude that you don't want to challenge at the basket because he blocking everything, and you just like, you know what? 100%. Fuck it. We not going at him because he's not picking up fouls and he blocking everything.
Sure,
we missing everything.
That matters to me. Sure,
that's rim deterrence right there. So whatever you want to call it.
Why can't it just be shot blocking? No.
Why can't it just be that? Chill. Hold up. Because here's the thing, Chill.
They're going to use rim deterrence.
No, hold up.
That's what they're going to do.
No, hang on.
He's better than that guy because his percentages.
No, hang on.
Psyops.
No, it's not psyop, Jordan, because those are not the same thing, Chill. Shot blocking is you come into the lane and I block your shot. Rim deterrence, in a sense, would be I'm in the lane and you decide I don't want no part of him. That's a totally different situation, though. But Chill, but Chill, do you think that Wemby gets less blocks than he could because teams are more reluctant to drive against him?
100%.
It's common sense, though. But that's something that
yes, it is common sense. But common sense is not so common when people are dumbasses. So we got to break it down.
Yes, Penn, that 100% makes sense. But with that also being said, the reason why people aren't going into the lane is because we have a rim protector. Not because
common sense. He's 7'5" and can jump.
Yeah,
like, why do we need to know what his rim deterrence is?
Because we have a rim protector. Because we have a shot blocker. I'm not thinking about percentages and how many guys he deters from the rim. I'm not thinking about how many guys
why does that matter?
He runs out of the paint. I'm thinking about I got a shot blocker behind me. I'm thinking about I got a rim protector behind me. And I'm simplifying this. Now there are some things that are a little bit more. There are some things, Penn, that are a little bit more complex. But this isn't one of them. And to Jordan's point,
but neither is a power play. Neither is a fucking power play.
And what we're trying to do is we're trying to make somebody be something more by changing the verbiage. When in reality, it's some simple shit. You're a shot blocker. You're a rim protector. That's it.
You watch Hassan Whiteside, right?
I'm gonna throw some extra words in there. The rim deterrence percentage, which is 12% at the rim in the fourth quarter, as opposed to in the third quarter in the playoffs. Now that shit sounds way more educated. When in reality, he blocked 4 shots. And 2 of them was in the playoffs. I mean, 2 of them was in the playoffs.
Chill, do I legitimately need to know Wemby's rim deterrence when I can see his big ass blocking shots all night? I don't need to know what his rim deterrence is. Like, I really don't know that.
But you do. You do need to know it. Okay. So we're having no, hang on. We're having a good faith conversation. So let's have a good faith conversation about this. Okay. As opposed to trying to cook each other or whatever. We're having a good conversation here. This is good. This is good. I think that it matters, because we're all trying to answer the question of what is this player's value to my defense, right?
Sure.
So, and players play different roles defensively. There's some guys who play on the perimeter. There's some guys who are versatile. They're switchable. Some guys are, good post defenders. Some guys are good weak side shot blockers. So all these things matter. Number one, it matters to me as a defensive coordinator because I'm trying to match these defensive traits together to create a great defense. And it matters to me as an offensive coach to understand how the hell to play against this defense. So Hassan Whiteside is a great example of a big-time shot blocker. Right? I think Bill Laimbeer is a great rim deterrent.
Sure.
Totally different situation, right?
Okay, sure. But also, Penn, I also want to say this.
I don't want to get knocked on my ass if I'm going
exactly.
to the paint. I'm not
but if I can scare you away from driving, does it matter that I don't block your shot?
Hold on. I got you. Because this is my point. I don't want people to think that I'm mad about these words. It's not that I'm mad about these words. I'm saying the psyop is people are going to use these words and overstate them when it's convenient. That's it. And I know that for a fact is because you'll look at somebody that they don't think play defense. Oh, from the eye test, they don't play defense. But if we go to the stats and use y'all logic and it shows you that he's playing defense, they totally fucking ignore it. Totally ignored. I know that for a fact. Like, I know people that I'll give you a good example. I'll give you one with Sin, because I'm pretty sure Sin wouldn't mind me using it. Sindarius Stonewell. Good defender, right? Got all the stats if you want to go to it. But when it comes down to would they pay him that? He's not that good of a defender. But if you use it for Jokic, now guess what? Jokic, we all can see he a horrible defender, but they're gonna say Jokic's not as bad as you think. Look at his power plays. Look how much power plays. This is why this is what it is. Look at his rim deterrence, aka swiping. This is a perfect example. Look at his rim deterrence. He's not as bad as you think. But my eyes,
his rim deterrence went up in the playoffs.
In my eyes are sitting up here telling me that this is exactly what this is. Some bullshit. You psyop. That's my only argument against nerdifying the game, Penn. It's not about the words. It's about people are going to overstate it and overuse it. That's literally my only argument.
I think nuance. I think nuance can help us unpack certain things, right? So I think we can all see that there's certain situations that Jokic struggles in defensively, guarding in space, protecting the rim. If a guard attacks him at the rim, more likely than not, he's not going to meet him at the rim the way Wemby or Chet are going to meet him at the rim. I get that. I 100% get that. At the same time, though,
he's a horrible defender.
I get you. And if a guard gets him on a switch, hang on, because there's certain situations where I do think Jokic sucks defensively, and I'll be honest about that. If a guard gets him on a switch on the perimeter and he's dancing with him, he's not staying with him. Yeah. If he gets lost on that drive, he's not chasing him. He's not getting no chase down block. He's not doing that. So that part of it I get. At the same time, though, if that guard throws a pass past him, he's probably better at deflecting that pass or stealing it outright than the average big. Number one. Number two.
He might just be as average as the average big in that, by the way.
No, he's definitely not average, Jordan. He leads the league among centers in deflections. And I know you're probably going to hate me saying that, but that's true.
I like it.
And he's done it for like 4 straight years. So he's really good at this.
So to your point, Penn, hang on. And I want you to stay there, Penn. I want you to stay there,
though.
Because that's very important. Because Penn made a really good point. Joker might not be, when we think about the 5-man, what do we think about? We think about dominant in the paint. We think about glass cleaner. We think about blocking shots into the third row. We think about being a paint presence. We don't think about a big in the paint with the hands as busy as Joker's, who is able to have the amount of deflections that Joker has, which, by the way, causes transition for the Denver Nuggets because he's getting deflections. Those deflections turn into turnovers. Yep.
And they turn into immediate offense.
100%. But here's the difference. We don't think about Joker as a defender in that aspect. Why? Because he's not Ewing. He's not Lajuan in the paint, right?
And that's
he's
what
not any of these guys. I don't want to throw you off your pivot, but keep going.
So
I'm saying the big is supposed to block shots. So that's why to Chill's point, that's why we don't give Jokic that bail on that, because the most valuable thing as a big is obviously how you protect the rim on defense.
Sure.
And rebound the basketball. He rebounds the basketball, but the way that they protect,
I think he's the best defensive rebounder in the game. I don't think he's a better defensive rebounder in the game than Joker.
When it comes to a big man being a good defender, what about Joel Embiid?
Joel Embiid's a fantastic defender. What I'll say is
Joel Embiid is a fantastic defender.
I think he's
when
fantastic.
He was playing.
I said this too, Miles. And they convinced me that Joel Embiid
is a fantastic defender.
I said the same thing.
I think he's.
I said the same thing.
Yes, 100%.
I mean, he was. When
Joel Embiid
was
healthy,
anymore.
when Joel Embiid was available and he was healthy, he was one of the best rim protectors in the game. 100%. He was one of the better paint presence in the game. He was a great glass cleaner. And Joel Embiid, because the game is as wide open as it is, Joel Embiid was a great recovery defender. Like if you beat Joel Embiid did a great job in getting back in place.
Get that shit off the glass too. He get that shit right off.
He did a great job in that. 100%. Joel Embiid was awesome.
I think, but here's the thing. I don't even want to say about. He definitely wasn't average, but I would say this when it comes down to Joel Embiid, this is where the eye test sometimes you see how we just did exactly what I described. The eye test, when y'all see Joel Embiid, y'all see kind of lazy and kind of shit like that. You go to the stats and look at Joel Embiid protecting the rim, how many people scoring him and shit like that. All of these little nerdifying stats, Joel Embiid will be a fantastic defender. Fantastic.
But he is a fantastic defender.
Yeah, I agree. from what I see from Joel Embiid, I had to get over Joel Embiid just being heavy. I think that's the most part. People look at him being heavy and kind of slow-footed, that they underestimate how good he is on defense. Like they underestimate how good he is on defense.
Definitely not slow-footed.
I do want to get back to the mid-range, Ron.
Yeah, but I'm just saying he looks like he is, so they underestimate how good he is on defense.
I 100% want to get back to this mid-range, but Miles, when you say Joel, like, what's average to you in terms of an average defender? Like when I think about I'll let you answer the question. What's an average defender?
So I think Joel Embiid is a guy, like, let's say if somebody does see him in the paint like a guard or something, then they're like, okay, let me step back out. But that's most 7-footers. That's majority of 7-footers. A guard not just going to go up against a 7-footer. That's majority. You know what I'm saying? Unless you got a guard like a Derrick Rose or Dwayne Wade who just have no fear and just don't care. But I think, to me, if you look at Joel Embiid, he reminds me of like an Anderson Varejao when it comes to defense, not offense.
Anderson Varejao was all right on defense, though.
Anderson Varejao was not an average defender. Anderson Varejao had
Anderson was in the NBA for his defense.
He had no offense.
That's exactly why he was there. Like
when I think about, I would say Anderson Varejao was more there for his rebounding. I wouldn't say that people feared Anderson Varejao.
But rebounding is defense. You know how I know that? 100%. Because if we don't grab a rebound, we don't play.
But that's not what we're talking about, though, Pin. We are talking about the actual act of playing defense.
Exactly. But defense is rebounding.
Okay, but here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. For right now, we can compartmentalize them and split them up. We know Joel Embiid can rebound, Jokic can rebound. We are talking about guarding your man, rotating on defense, moving your feet, blocking shots, getting steals. We're talking about that part of defense. Because just like we can break offense up, and say, oh, well, this is three-point shooting, and this is mid-range scoring, and this is scoring on the block, and this is slashing. We can do that on offense. We can do that on defense then too. So the point we're trying to make
not average at that. Joel Embiid was not average at that.
I just never.
Miles, what you're trying to sell me, Miles, is you're trying to sell me that the reason why he was average is because of the fear factor. And I'm 100% confident that there were plenty of guys who wanted nothing to do with Joel Embiid in the paint. Plenty.
But
so I don't think that the fear factor.
I
don't think that the fear factor is what the separator was with Joel Embiid. No way.
But this is not the Rucker. Man-to-man defense is not going to matter as much as your team scheme stuff. And overall, I think being in the right place to allow a defender, to allow a teammate to even recover to help you is the most important thing. I have watched plenty of terrible defenders, objectively, athletically terrible defenders, guys who move like molasses, participate in top 5 defenses. Okay, and I have watched.
A bad defender?
Yes, I do.
Miles Turner is not a good defender at all.
I think he's a really good shot.
He just blocks a lot of shots.
Okay, shot block. Okay.
He's a soft rebounder.
Now we're
a soft rebounder. He don't box out. He doesn't switch well. He doesn't have great awareness. He fouls a lot. Look, I think. Okay, fine. You want to compartmentalize defense. That's cool. As long as we can return back to knowing that you're doing that, though, right?
Yeah.
Because we all value different things defensively. Some people, they really value steals and blocks. That's what they're all about. You know, they're like, okay, you get 4 stocks a game, you the greatest defender. Well, I got news for you. That means Scotty Barnes the best defender in the NBA right now because he's leading the league in stocks. Some people value versatility.
Interesting.
You know, there was a long line of debate between Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid when they were there. Who is really their defensive anchor? And Ben's argument was the same as Bam's argument. I can guard 4 or 5 positions. How the hell are you going to tell me that there's no mismatch for me in the NBA? So if you want to just talk about like manning up your man chest to chest, I get stops. I don't think that's really realistically defense. I think that's a part of defense, but it's a very small part of defense.
But that's what I'm saying. You just got done saying that Jokic is not a good defender. When I brought up Joel Embiid,
in situations.
Listen. When I brought up Joel Embiid, you talked about defensive rebounding. Jokic is one of the best defensive rebounders. So it's like if Jokic is a great defensive rebounder, how is he not a good defender based off your logic? That's what I'm saying. You can't say Joel Embiid.
I have sat up here and said that I think Joel Embiid is a decent I've sat up here and made the argument that I think Jokic is a very underrated defender. I'm the one who was up here talking about the deflections and the steals. I think that's valuable. That's mega valuable. First of all, I could make an argument that getting steals as a center is way more valuable because your matchup is you matched up against the worst ball handlers in the league.
Agree.
Right? So like Andre Drummond is not used to holding the ball, so that you have quick hands. That's what made Hakeem Olajuwon one of the greatest defenders. That's what made Bill Russell such a great defender. So I could argue that while we don't want to look at steals and deflections and all that stuff, I think that's a very underrated part of Jokic. I think people should look at defensive rebounding, even though Ron, you don't want to talk about defensive rebounding and boxing out. That shit matters, man. We can play the greatest defense.
I just don't think that's defense.
The greatest defense
I probably value rebounding up here more than anybody else.
Ron, we could switch out. We could bust our ass. We could play high motor defense for 23 seconds. But we don't get the rebound. Guess what? The most high efficiency, chill. It's even worse than that. It's not only that you don't close a defensive possession. Do you know that the highest efficiency offense comes off of offensive rebounds? So if I could stop the other team from ever getting an offensive rebound, then I must be the best defender in the NBA, shouldn't I be? Right? So you got to look at it this way. You cannot take defensive rebounding. It's literally in the name, Ron.
Pin. Here's the thing. I've been bred to play basketball. Okay, like I've been watching basketball since I was 3-4 years old. You are never going to convince me that rebounding is defense. Here's the thing. Here's what I consider defense. I consider preventing the other team from scoring a bucket. I consider limiting the team, giving the team the worst look they can possibly get. I consider blocking their shot and not even allowing them to get a clean attempt. I consider getting a steal. Hold on, let me finish. I consider getting a steal and turning the other team over defense. Now, once the team shoots the ball, that is completely different. Once they got that shot up, we have now transitioned from playing defense and trying to prevent that team from even getting a clean look or even getting a shot in general to now our job is to get the rebound. I don't like you rebounding is on both ends too. It's not just just because it's called defense and offensive rebounding is rebounding. Even on offensive glass.
Ron, you ever been on a team with a really soft ass center who didn't grab rebounds? You ever been on that team?
Yeah.
Okay,
which
cool.
means that you got to
you ever bust your ass. So you were on that team and you're a good defender and you busting your ass trying to get around screens. You chesting up on a guy, you digging into the handle, he's taking tough shots. He misses that tough shot, and guess what? They still get 2 points. They still get 2 points on the putback. Yeah, but because your soft ass center didn't get a defensive rebound because he didn't box out. You know what's even worse now in the modern NBA is that dude that you just stopped, that now you are exhausted after playing 23 seconds of defense, and he just took the shot. That offensive rebound is getting kicked out to your man, and you got to now recover and sprint out again. The whole process starts, and guess what? He's probably open.
Yeah, it's a new defensive possession.
So what about all those rebounds that Russell Westbrook got?
What the fuck?
If defense,
the players, because he got all those.
If defense was considered a part of rebounding, then it wouldn't be considered a new possession. It'd still just be considered.
If you never got a defensive rebound, you would never play offense.
If defense,
you would lose 100. You would lose a million points.
Like I've told you this so many times. It's special teams.
If Russell Westbrook is getting all those rebounds, he's a great defensive player. Like because of his defensive rebounds.
First of all, Russ does defend. Let's.
No. I'm not saying Russ. I'm not saying Russ.
But if you're categorizing Russ as a defender because he rebounds, yes, because Russ doesn't get those rebounds that Russ was getting. Those wasn't empty rebounds. Russ was rebounding in traffic. Russ was rebounding amongst the trees. Russ was 100% stopping plays.
He doesn't agree. He doesn't agree though. He doesn't agree.
I definitely don't agree. He got some hard ones, man. But let's be honest here. Those numbers were gassed to hell.
Yes, I did.
That's not fair. He's saying the numbers are gas.
Numbers ain't gassed to hell.
Because Jokic is doing the boxing out. Jokic is doing the Steven Adams role and the Russell Westbrook role.
Okay, and here's the difference with that. With Steven Adams, okay, and I'm glad because me and Ox had this conversation about 2 months ago. Ox is in the paint, Ron, and Ox is dealing with a goddamn behemoth. Ox is dealing with this dude. He fighting with this dude all night. You know what I got to do with Ox fighting with him all night? I got to go in there and I got to stick my nose in there and I got to help him rebound 100% because he got his hands full.
There's a value to him getting the rebound because he can initiate the break. First of all, Russell Westbrook getting rebounds.
But that is completely separate from defense.
No,
that is completely separate from defense.
But regardless if it's separate from defense, regardless if it's separate from defense or it's important because you can push the break. First of all, Pin, it's better. It's easier to push the break if the big fella gets the rebound and kicks it to me on the outlet while I'm already running. That's faster than me getting the rebound and running myself. But secondly, Penn, and I know that when you play ball, you played a guard position, so maybe you're not really understanding the importance of you coming in and helping get that ball. If to Chill's point, if I'm down there, let's say I'm Zubac and I'm fighting with Domantas Sabonis. I need you to come get the ball. Like I'm boxing out. I can't. I gotta. This dude is strong. I have to hit him. You have to come get the ball. You got to do your part. That is very important. So if Russ is coming over the top, getting that rebound because of, and I know I've heard so many people say Steven Adams was doing all the work, so he was letting Russ get the rebound. That is ridiculous. He's doing his job boxing out. Somebody has to come get that ball. We have to rebound together. Like that's not stat padding. That's not a what was they calling it? Chill. What was Mars calling it last year?
Uncontested rebounds.
Uncontested rebounds. Why you ain't say that one, Drench? Where was that at when you was talking about these crazy?
It's so many of them. It's so many of them. But I do know they use those stats to not pay a player or to possibly not draft a player. Like they'll use uncontested rebound. What does uncontested rebounds look like? What does rebounding outside of his area look like? They use those concepts. I'm telling you, and they only
rebounding outside of your area is
none of this really matters. What matters?
Wait a minute. Wait. I'm sorry, guys. Wait a minute. Thunder, stop the bullshit, my man. Because we're not talking about rebounding being the end all be all. Rebounding is a part of defense. Don't turn this into Cat is a great defensive rebounder, so he's the defensive player of the year. Don't do that shit. We're not doing that. But we are talking about defensive. We are talking about rebounding being a part of defense. Rebounds stop plays, and that's part of defense. That doesn't have anything to do with you hedging on a screen. That doesn't have anything to do with you dropping in coverage. But when you rebound, that is a part of you being on our team defensively. 100%.
Absolutely.
Right quick, fellas.
We don't do that. No.
We gonna stay on the same topic, but my man Teddy Hart, a Hall of Famer. Y'all know Teddy Hart. Y'all know the name. Y'all know the game. He sent through $29.99 by way of a super chat, and he said a center that's gifted at steals should be valued over blocks because steals guarantees change of possession.
That's a very, very valid point, and
I disagree. It's a good point, but I disagree because
I also don't think all blocks are even. All blocks are not created equal. There are certain blocks where I'm going to get chill. Jordan, you know that there are certain blocks that you get where you blocking some bullshit ass fadeaway that weren't going to go in anyway, and you just get it, and the guy gets the ball back, and he takes another shot, and you get a block. Then there's the block where a guy has an open layup, you chase him down, and you swat him. That's different.
Yes, but if you look, but this is the thing. See, this is the problem. Y'all are so focused about the change of possession and us getting the ball back. This is the thing. When you come, even if I block that shot and y'all get the ball back, then we just playing defense again. We just D'ing up again. You know what I'm saying? I stopped you from scoring. I blocked the shot. You got the ball back. We locking your ass up again. Now we playing defense again. Offense is not more valuable than defense. Just because you got the ball don't mean we're gonna let you score. You got the ball back. I blocked it. You got the ball back. You missed it. We got the rebound. That block was very important.
Okay, 100% was important. Now, here's the difference in that. With you blocking that shot, now they're more apt to take and with them now getting their shot blocked, I'm now more apt to take a bad shot because I don't want to go in there and get my shot blocked again. And how do we ensure that we get the ball back? Because that bad shot, now we got to rebound the basketball. Because if we don't rebound the basketball, now we give you another opportunity to score, and we give you another opportunity, even if it is a bad shot, for it to go in. And we don't want that. No, we do not want that. Which is why we got to rebound. We 100% got to rebound. I'm not taking away from the block shot, Ox. I'm not doing that at all. I'm not taking away from the block shot.
I'm not saying that I'm like we're supposed to block it and let them get the ball back. Obviously, we don't want them to get the ball back. But if they do, that doesn't decrease the value of me stopping them from scoring the shot that they just shot. But us playing defense again is just part of the game. People devalue defense. People think that if you're a good defensive team, I don't mind playing defense. You know what I'm saying? We shouldn't be ducking defense is what I'm saying. Like that's a part of what we're doing out here. See, when the value of offense is so much, is looked at so superior because that's all these kids do in the gym. That's all these dudes do in the gym. They only go out there and work on offense. They only work on cone drills. They only work on shooting the ball. They're not focusing on learning how to get better angles on defense. They're not worried about closing out and moving their feet. They're not worried about the intricacies of defense, the things that matter, the things that make you a good basketball player and a great basketball player. Knowing how to play defense, watching film, learning from other great defenders. They're not focused on that. So since they're not focused on that, they feel like it's not valuable. But if you're ducking defense, that's the issue right there. When you say, "Oh, well, I'm guaranteed to get the ball back," I mean, we're eventually gonna get the ball back anyway. I could play 14 more seconds of defense. That ain't no thing. We hooping. What we doing out here? We don't want to play defense now.
We're not.
Come on, Chill.
I don't think that. Work. And by the way, Ron, we got on this conversation because we was talking about mid-range buckets. We was talking about being a mid-range jump shooter. And the reason why we was talking about mid-range and how important it was because Drench brought up the terms that now this is what we at. We had rim deterrence, and that's how we ended up getting on this conversation. I actually want to be honest with you, the importance of being a mid-range jump shooter, the importance of having the mid-range in your offense is the difference between you winning and losing games. Because with the exception of what happened with the Celtics when they won it in 24, you saw what happened the next year when they ran up on that Knick team. You can't shoot the basketball you can't shoot the basketball at the long ball line. What now happens? What else are we going to? Well, we can't go to the rim because they got that shut down. Well, what about your in-between game? Well, your in-between game isn't working. So now you know what that means? We're done. We have nothing else to do.
Houston Rockets 2017.
Great. What about
same thing? But Chill, you know what made it even more disappointing, and this is why that whole year with the Celtics last year. This is why I talked so much shit about the Celtics last year. It's not that I dislike Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, and Joe Mazzulla's system. The reason why I talked so much shit about the Celtics last year is because JT could potentially be the best mid-range scorer in the NBA.
I'm on you on that one too, Ron.
Jaylen Brown is one of the best mid-range players in the NBA. Drew Holiday's a mid-range assassin. We've seen Kristaps Porzingis cook in the mid-range. Derek White is a good 1-2 dribble pull-up guy. The Celtics had all the ingredients to be a team that scored efficiently and very well and could be unstoppable on all three levels. They just chose to play a terrible brand of basketball. And it's just like it just felt like a cop-out.
I think the problem that we have, Ron, I think the biggest problem that we have, Ron, is the fact that it worked. And you know the kind of league that we live in. When something works, now everybody has to do it, right? Not only to your point, Miles, are we sticking with it? Well, everybody else going, well, if it worked for them, it's going to work for us too. When in reality, that is not your game. You don't have the personnel to play like that.
Look, Chill. The Thunder got pretty much three guys that I see that can play in the mid-range. SGA, J-Dub, Chet. I think all three of them can play in the mid-range. AJ. Oh, I forgot about AJ. Yeah, my bad. Because I've been watching AJ lately. AJ been cooking in the mid-range. But I'm just talking about from their core guys. But you can add AJ. Having four guys that can play in the mid-range is insane. So right when when them threes not going in, and everybody know, even though three-pointers have a rise and the volume has gone up tremendously, everybody know when you making a lot of threes, you know that's just a really good shooting night. Like, you know that, like, oh, shit, we on. Our threes falling. All hoopers know that. If we was at the park, we wouldn't just be out there just shooting 10, 12 threes in the wind. You wouldn't do that. You would be trying to get you a bucket inside. You'd be trying to get to your mid-range spot. And if the Celtics played like that, they would be way better than the Thunder. Because, like Ron said, JT is so gifted. JT is so gifted in every level of the court. Every level of the court, he can do anything. Jaylen Brown's the same way. Kristaps Porzingis the same way. So gifted. Kristaps Porzingis turnaround used to be money.
Al Horford.
Them threes. Drew Holiday, same way. Drew Holiday in Philly. Drew Holiday in New Orleans. Like, those guys are so gifted. If they just played basketball.
I mean, if you look at even back in the day, you look at how far, you know what I'm saying, LaMarcus Aldridge was able to take Portland just off the mid-range. You know
Brandon Roy too.
Brandon Roy too, bro. Like, that was all mid. LaMarcus Aldridge was a mid-range beast.
That's all. So this subject is this subject is dear to my heart because you know, Ron, you've seen tape of me. You know where I played at. I live 15. That's where I live. I got a big ass, one of them huge couches, and I live 15 to 18 feet away from the basket. That's where I play.
Chill.
I love this conversation. Absolutely, because that's why I play.
Mid-range. Like,
that's why I play.
Like, I play my homeboy one-on-one. He's 6'10", right, bro? And I can shoot. I think I can shoot decent enough from the 3-point. But I play him 6'10", like, bro, I'm constantly getting fadeaways off on the mid-range. Like, I'm constantly just getting, because it's so hard to stop. First of all, I believe I'm faster than you. So I know you got to move back when I'm dribbling. You got to go back. So if I can just get 1-2 dribbles off and just pull up without you thinking about it, man, that shit is so, you go in a zone. It's like a layup. At the end of the day, it's like a layup. That's what it is when you just got it. It's a layup. And
Ron,
people look like, well, you got to get all the way to the rim. Not necessarily.
Hey, Jordan, it's actually probably easier to shoot, or just as difficult. I would say it's just as difficult to shoot a 2-dribble pull up right there at the elbow with the big contesting than to get to the rim and try to make a layup over the bigs.
No, Ron, it's easier to shoot a 2-dribble pull up because the big is about timing. You can't time my 2-dribble pull up. You can't time my 2-dribble pull up. If I add a third, now it's a 3-dribble pull up. Or if I add a snatchback, now it's something else, a counter. You can't time that. Bigs know once you get to the basket, it's either the guard gonna go 1-2, you're gonna block that. Or if they get to 2 feet, they just gotta stay on the ground. And when they see ball, they smacking that shit. You can't do that with the mid-range. The best players always play in the mid-range. I wish Steph played in the mid-range a lot more because
he did.
He did. I'm just saying I wish he did a lot more because you'll see more players do it. But everybody think they Steph. They don't realize Steph is an anomaly. You're never gonna be Steph. If it's a basketball player out there that think they're gonna wake up and be Steph Curry, I'm here to crush your dreams, little nigga. You're never gonna be Steph. You're not gonna, just like you're not gonna be Michael Jordan, just like you're not gonna be LeBron James, just like you're not gonna be Kobe Bryant. It's not happening.
Dude.
It's not happening. You can fit in with the rest of these guys. There's so many other guys in the NBA. Fit in with them. You're not being none of them, though. I can tell you that. Now, we haven't seen another Michael Jordan, no matter how many times these niggas want to compare to the next Michael Jordan. Every time they come out the draft class, we haven't seen another LeBron. Every time they compare somebody to LeBron, their career go to shit. Like, we haven't seen none of that. And we not going to see another step. It's over with.
Jordan, we might just be seeing the next T-Mac. And we'll get to him in a second.
I know where you're going with this shit.
He is a kid from BYU, but I got to wait for Penn to get back up here. And also, we got to get into these crunch time chats. Y'all just sit through a lot of super chats. Y'all been engaging with us. Y'all been going back and forth based on whether you think our takes are trash or whether you're backing our takes or whether you just have another take on what we've been talking about. So let's go ahead and get into it. The first person that I got today is my dog MP13. Shout out to MP13. MP said these new terms are used to describe extremely specific plays within certain context. So when people say these terms, you know the precise context of what they are talking about. Vague terms lead people to saying nonsense.
No, I don't know exactly what they're talking about. No.
Most people don't know what they're talking about. Chill. I didn't test the theory. I didn't also talk to a EuroLeague coach. And I want to know people. I want people to understand that a lot of this shit that they're doing in the NBA, they're getting it from the EuroLeague too, by the way. But I didn't talk to a EuroLeague coach and I didn't tested this shit out. I didn't ask them, you know what a connected passer is? They all look at me like, what the fuck is that? Or they say something that has nothing to do with it. Like, I'm like, you know what a good connector is? They all be like, what you talking about? I was saying this months ago, Chill. I said real basketball players and coaches and GMs don't talk like this. They don't. Because it's just nerdifying the game. It's a group of nerds that's getting together and trying to bully the people that know basketball.
I do understand, Ron. I do understand, Ron, that we live in a different space, right? I'm older, and I do understand that I got to get with the times, and I do my best to get with the times. But some of these terminologies, yes, when you guys explain it to me, I'm like, okay, now I know what that means. But when I heard connected pass, I'm like, okay, what the hell is a connected pass?
It's some new shit you gotta feel dumb about because they want you to feel dumb.
And I do, to be honest with you, Ron, because when I hear a connected pass, I'm like, okay,
don't let them do that to you, Chill.
So when the ball gets swung, the guy who swings the ball to the guy who swings the ball to the shooter, that's the connected passer. Okay, all we're doing is swinging the ball. That's all we're doing. Okay, so now you're trying to make me sound like I'm clueless to what's going on, when in reality, all we're doing is rotating the ball. Now you want to throw in a connected passer.
Growing up, a dude would have never got praised for being a good swing passer.
Never.
The reason why, and I'm not chat, everybody watching, I'm not knocking the term, and I'm not knocking you being a good swing passer, but you're taught to be a good swing passer. You're taught to get the ball, and it's supposed to automatically get swung. You're taught not to hold the ball. So, like, being good at that, like, you don't necessarily get praised for that.
You know why you get praised for it?
That's like us praising somebody for making open layups.
Basketball. That's why you get praised for it. Then they're not good at basketball. That's what it is.
I'll be real. I feel like
there's a big difference.
And this new stuff for stats has come into play because of that Michael Jordan, LeBron James argument. End of the day, if you look at when Michael Jordan, LeBron James, the argument going back and forth, a lot of people started adding these random stats and stuff like that to help LeBron James' argument and the aspect of being the GOAT. And it's like you look at all this stuff continues to be like connected passer. That's something that easily connects to LeBron. You know what I'm saying? Like all these new things, all these new terminologies. It's like I see it.
Yeah, LeBron ruined a basketball discourse.
You know what I'm saying?
Well,
and you look at back in the day when LeBron was playing, these arguments weren't in place.
Okay,
that's fair. That's fair. But with that being said, though, with
the best connected passer
with that being said, though,
I have no idea.
With that being said, though, bro,
we're not checking for that.
That's
like
crazy.
Nobody's paying attention to that
because Bron plays a good style of basketball, though, and I think so. You're making a good point with that. Why people are trying to put terms to him being a good basketball player. Because a lot of people were trying to down Bron for he's not a killer. Well, no, Bron's passing to his open teammate. You know what I'm saying? That's a good pass. And so, Ron, I think you're 100% right. I think you hit that right on the head. Where it's like, no, and how Penn just said, who's the best connected pass? I don't know, because that's what you like. We're not checking for that. Like, you catch the ball, you swing the ball. You're just playing basketball. I'm not finna praise you for doing what you're supposed to be doing.
What you're supposed to do, what they taught you to do when you was in the 5th grade.
Basketball. See, Drench, that's what it is, because there ain't no IQ in basketball no more. You're getting praised for actually playing good basketball. I'm not praising you for doing what you're supposed to be out here doing.
This is why sometimes, like, I just genuinely don't like the conversation about, greatest of all times and shit like that, because we always take, like, and I'm not saying we as in like everybody, but a lot of people take out the importance of winning a basketball game. Like, a motherfucker can be scoring his ass off, but if he don't win, and if I say you're not a number one option because you didn't win, like, they're going to get mad at me because I said that. And I say this all the time. Bro, I love Tracy McGrady, my favorite basketball player of all time. He did not win as a number one option. They're going to say, and I agree, his teams was trash, all of that. Cool. And he got hurt a lot too. Maybe if his body could withstand that, he would be a good number one option. I use this example all the time. Just so happen, Chill, when your ass get on the team where you a number two option, now your ass can stay healthy. Just so happy. You know why? Because your ass ain't a number one. That's just what it is. Like, it's just the bottom line. And I love T-Mac. He's skilled. He's a great player. You can't win at a number one option. You're not a number one. That's the bottom line. I'm going to stand on that until somebody say...
I see the Clippers jersey behind you. With you saying that, what do you think about Chris Paul?
Not a number one. Chris Paul not a number one. He can't win as a number one option. And nothing is wrong with that, though. Like, that does not mean you're not a great player. Like, it's not a lot of number ones. When you win as a number one, that's where this shit came from. When you win, that dude. That dude is that dude. That's why for a while, Mike ain't respect Charles. I mean, not Charles. Clyde. Mike like, oh, he good. He ain't fucking with me. Mike, that dude. Wait a minute.
He wasn't
though.
I think that's where the disconnect is between you and me, Jordan, because I'm the number 3 contender in the world. You the heavyweight champion.
Yeah.
Just because I can't beat you does not mean that I'm not a contender. And I'm still.
You're a contender, but in boxing,
I'm still a heavyweight champion contender. I'm just not as good as you. Drex was definitely at that level. He just wasn't Jordan good.
And then when he got a championship, just so happened when he got to number 2.
Right.
Drex just ain't have Scottie Pippen. That's the only difference, Chill. Drex ain't have Scottie.
Oh man,
you're right. He had one better. He had Akeem Olajuwon.
And you know what Scottie is?
He ain't
one of the best connectors in NBA history.
Jordan wasn't shit without Scottie.
Hey, but to bring it back to the super chat and to bring it back to the terms, I actually love the term connected passer. By the way, that's one of my favorite terms that I've learned, and I think it's fitting. I'm
Which one?
not
Which
mad.
one, Ron?
I'm connected passer. Like when I first heard it, I was like, "Oh, that makes sense." And I like, but you guys got to understand, and this is no knock. Like so we grew up playing basketball, so I don't have to describe what a connected passer is to Jordan, Chill, or Ox, because I know that they already know what that is. Penn as well, I know he already knows what that is. But for somebody who may not know the game as well, when you break it down and use the term connected passer, it puts everything into perspective, and they're able to understand exactly what's going on within the play. So, once again, we're not trying to kill basketball discourse, but to Jordan's point, at a certain level, you don't use these terms because you don't need to, because you already know what's understood doesn't have to be explained.
Like court mapping,
that
court mapping thing. I like that, but I didn't know.
Crazy, though.
I didn't know what they was talking about, because I'm like, so you talking about knowing where niggas are on the basketball court?
That's all it is. That's really all it is.
I know how to get through here. I know who's in front of me, who's behind me. I can see all this
is a crazy one.
But I think it's a necessary term, and I actually like it. I actually do like it.
Yeah.
But it took me a minute to realize, like, oh, okay, I know what you're talking about. And
But you know what?
I like that. I like
They'll
court
use
mapping,
that.
honestly.
They'll use that Ox when they talking about, when they comparing somebody court mapping to another, when it come down to who's better than him. Oh, he don't court map better than him. And it's like, all right,
Well,
now,
some people don't though. Some people don't.
So
Some people don't, and I think that's fair, because how are you allowing Jose Alvarado to sneak up behind you and take the basketball? You don't know where he, like, what are you looking
the nigga
at,
just
bro?
got that off. The nigga got that off.
Yeah, but because you have a lack of awareness, you should never have a lack of awareness.
Yes,
It's just being comfortable with the ball everywhere. Like,
I know a nigga that came back,
being able to
poke
kick
that
the
joint
ball
away.
up. You got to be able to do that
What?
quarterback stuff. You know what I'm saying? In a fast break.
Yo,
sense.
what
Like,
did he just say?
First of all, I said Ox.
You
I
know a nigga that came behind you and what?
And poke that joint away. That's it.
Would you focus, Ron?
No,
focus.
All right, y'all.
Drench, I played a lot of basketball. I'm sure somebody's done it before. You know what I'm saying? I'm positive somebody's done it before, but it's very rare. But like even at the level of, obviously never played in the NBA, but even at the level I played it, I've always been very aware with the ball. You know what I'm saying?
Depends.
Yeah. And I think it's Jose Alvarado get that shit off. Maybe not even once a game, once every few games. Like, the nigga just catch people slipping, bro. The nigga, niggas get caught up in celebrating and looking at shit, and he hiding out of bounds and shit. Ref really needs to stop that shit and say, delay a game, get your ass in bounds. He's standing on the bench and shit. Like, come on, man, that's cheating. Like, how am I supposed to know where you at and you are not on the court? If you're not on the court, how am I supposed to know where you at, Ox?
Penn, to your point,
that's really cheating. To tell you the truth, that's cheating.
When you first brought up, when you first brought court mapping to me, right? When you first brought it to me, and then I started to understand what it was, because I'm like, okay, all it really is understanding where you are on the court, where everybody else is on the floor. You use it in cut.
That's not what it is.
Well, court mapping is understanding where the guys on the floor are, how to navigate the offense with those guys on the floor, within the action, and knowing who to go to, who not to go to, what spots to get to, what spots are dangerous for you to get to. Same logic on defense. Where do I not want to be if I'm a small guard, right? If I'm a small guard, I don't want to be on a box. I don't want to be. That's court mapping, right? So with that being said, what it ultimately means to me, what it ultimately means to me is a court awareness, knowing where you are. Now, what you don't do, Penn, is when you use the term court mapping, you don't explain it to me like I'm dizzy, right? So the same logic goes to connected passing. Okay, so when I hear connected passer, okay, all that is this the dude swinging the ball. Okay, so if it's the dude swinging the ball, don't talk to me like now I'm clueless on what connected passer is. Okay, all it is the dude swinging the ball. So now you want to make me sound like I'm dizzy and I don't know basketball. Okay.
Oh, absolutely. That was my point, Q. That's exactly my point.
That's just the dude swinging the ball. That's what
two really quick things. Number one, to me, connective passing has to differentiate from primary initiation, and it differentiates in a key way. It's all about advantage. Shai creates advantages. Draymond does not create advantages. So ultimately, it comes down to extending advantages.
Yes, it does, I don't know why you keep saying that. Yes, Draymond does.
Draymond doesn't create advantages necessarily. He identifies advantages and extends advantages. So Draymond is not a great scorer. Teams back off of him. They back off of him at the 3-point line. He's not a great finisher. So how the hell is he creating advantages? He's not drawing defenders to him. He's not collapsing the defense. He's not drawing triple teams. So how is he? He's not Cade Cunningham is what I'm saying. He's not LeBron James, right? See, LeBron is a primary initiator. LeBron is not a connector. Right. So when you don't have a tremendous amount of scoring gravity, you utilize time and space to create, to extend advantages and to accentuate advantages, basically. So, for instance, one of the best connectors in the NBA is the guy that you really like on Toronto, Sandro Mamukelashvili. I think he's one of the best connected passers in the league. He's not doing it off a live dribble. He's not doing it because he's some, hot sauce handle guy. He's not doing it because he's a great scorer. He's doing it because he sees advantages really quickly. To the point of court mapping, I don't think it's as simple as just knowing where people are on the court. That's just using your eyes. I think court mapping comes down to understanding where people are and where they're going to be in a few seconds. So understanding, for instance, like a good example would be deciding in a snap second to pass the ball to the guy going on the right side or the left side of a break based on how the defense is slanted on the court, right? So if I see the left side of the court is loaded up and I see a guy breaking on the right side, knowing when to pass the ball, knowing when to commit to the pass, knowing how to adjust on the fly, if my initial hypothesis on where the defense is going to be, that stuff is not for everybody. I hate to say it, but there's plenty of NBA players who pick up their dribble that basically are looking to score and basically will not pass until they are stopped from scoring. And at that point, they're just going to pass to whoever the hell is open. They don't care what that guy's percentages is. They don't care how clean the pass is. Like there's such a gap between Chris Paul, James Harden, LeBron James, and then Gary Trent and Miles Turner. Like such a huge gap in terms of court mapping.
Well, Penn, that's what I meant by when I made the quarterback statement. Like the quarterback statement where it's like to be able to manipulate the defensive guy to look him off and get it to the right person, things like that. That's what I meant by that, and I think that's a very fair point.
Well, once again, though, isn't that all IQ? Knowing your personnel,
it's not all IQ. It comes down to so much more than that because look, man, if you're a great scorer in the NBA, any great scorer, and I'm literally talking any great scorer, I'm talking Jaylen Brown, Brandon Ingram, Cade Cunningham, all of them, they can all beat their man one-on-one. Any one of them can take any defender one-on-one. You're not stopping them. I don't care who that defender is. One-on-one, you're not stopping these guys. So their first thought is the help. Who is the second guy? Who's the guy who's sitting in the gap? Who's the guy who's going to come over and double? Who's the guy who's going to meet me at the rim? But if you're a great scorer, like Jokic, Shai, like Luka, when you're at that tier, you're not thinking about the first guy or the second guy. You're thinking about the third guy. And this is where I think like the Michael Jordans, the LeBron James, the Kobe Bryants, this is like the tier you get to when you are not thinking about 1, 2, you're thinking about the third. Because I know I'm gonna beat the first guy. That guy's dead. That guy's dead in the water.
Is that only regulated to just being a bucket getter? Can I be a primary ball handler and see the game, plays ahead? Because I think Draymond does that. I do.
Yeah.
But there's a big difference between
Draymond is
Kidd
really good at that.
I think Draymond's good at that.
What you're saying.
I think Draymond's good at that too.
I think Draymond is awesome at seeing the second. I think he's elite at seeing the second and the third option because that offense is so complex with the action that they have, where it's 1, 2 dribbles and get off the ball, where they're constantly having people off balance on defense. Draymond is seeing that guy on the weak side of the floor. He already know that he was just over here a second ago. So with him being over here a second ago, he's gonna be late on the rotation over here. So with him being late on the rotation, you cut back door and I got you. That's court mapping. Because that's to your point, that's court mapping. That's seeing the game.
You can be a great connector and a great court mapper. You can do those two things.
Aspect of like Draymond being a great court mapper, the fake handoff. That's court mapping. Him faking the handoff to Steph Curry on the screen and then
you fight that pin
to get the layup. That's court mapping.
I'm 100%. First of all, I'm not saying that a guy can't be a great court mapper and a great connector. In fact, most connectors are really good at court mapping. I'm saying that you can't be a great primary initiator without having some sort of an offensive advantage. Like Allen Iverson's a great primary initiator. Why? Because he's quick as a bullet and he's relentless going downhill and he's a relentless scorer. You have to have some sort of advantage if you're going to be a primary initiator in my offense. And by primary initiator, I literally mean that you just need a screen to get downhill, or you can get downhill off a live dribble standstill. if you can't do that, if like Draymond cannot just in a vacuum create offense, that's not his game. He's not capable of doing that. This is not Jason Kidd. This is not Nikola Jokic. It's a totally different way. You're not like chill. How often do you see them just dump it down to Draymond in the court on the post and he just block, and then whip it to the corner? That's not how it works with Draymond. Draymond is leveraging the fact that he sees things faster than everybody else. So when he sets a screen on Steph Curry, he's a great screener, and that release is created through Steph's gravity as a scorer and Klay spacing the corner and Kevin Durant being on the court, and that opening that Steph creates for him to dart down middle. Obviously, Draymond not a phenomenal scorer, but he can make open layups. So his ability to just go down, and then the second the defense shifts towards him, dart to the corner. He's an accurate passer. He's a great connected passer. They say Draymond's the best short roll passer in the NBA. And I tend to agree with that. He is amazing in the short roll. But the short roll is basically like, is totally distinct from what Cade does. You cannot compare, his 8 assists to Cade's 8 assists. They're completely different.
I think you're thinking about, and I think that's different off the strength that I got a different short roll guy. Okay, so Draymond's short roll guy is not popping. That short roll guy is a connector. Because a lot of times when he's short rolling, he popping it right back out to the long ball line. Cade's short roll guy, who is Duran, he might be popping that mid-range jump shot, right? His short roll guy in Beef Stew, or his short roll guy when he's in action with Toby, he might be popping that mid-range instead of diving to the rim or throwing it out to the long ball line. So I think that those two things aren't the same in terms of, but that doesn't negate how good Cade is as a short roll guy. I just think that their short roll action is different.
Yo, fellas, we do got to move on to the next super chat. And shout out to MP13 and MP13. Well, no, we'll get to MP13's next super chat in a second when Jordan gets back up here. But my man Smooth Criminal 8108 said, here's some truth for you. If SGA is on the Lakers, he is their second best defender. If he's on the Nuggets, he is their third or fourth best. Jokic and Luka are the worst defenders on 30 out of 30 teams.
Wow. Hell no, they're not. And how is he the fourth best defender on the Denver Nuggets? Peyton Watson is better. Christian Brown is better. Aaron Gordon. Okay, never mind. My bad.
Tyler Hero is a horrible defender. Oh my god.
Terrible.
Talking about
apparently Keontae George is the worst defender in the NBA.
He definitely is.
Like what? Oh my!
He's not the worst. If Luka was on Utah, he is not their worst defender.
No.
If he's in Boston, he is not their worst defender.
To be fair though, chill. If Luka was in Utah, he would find a way to be the worst fucking defender over there. He would definitely find a way.
Bryce Sensabaugh is awful. Awful
Luka
defender.
Would be worse than his ass for sure.
Keontae is awful.
Luka ain't taking taking the challenge to chill.
No.
Luka is that he just wants to get back to the ball, and I think that's where the issue has always been with me. And I still stand on it to this day, Ox. Luka is the punch-drunk boxer. He's the guy. I think I can hit you more than I can stop you from hitting me. That's who I think he is, and it's not because he can't play defense. Because did he not show us that he can play defense, Ox? Did he not already show us that? He showed us that he can defend. He just won't do it. Like, there's a difference between guys who won't do it and can't do it. Like, Joker is not a good defender, but I tell you what, he damn sure tries. He 100% will give you effort. Sure. I might not be able to run.
Can I give you some names, and you tell me if Nikola Jokic and Luka Doncic are better defenders than these guys? Keontae George.
Better.
I take Luka over
Cam Thomas.
I'll take Luka over him.
Better.
I'm not saying
Trae Young.
Better, way better.
It's the same thing.
Zach LaVine.
Trae Young ain't no good.
Way better. Oh my goodness.
DeMar DeRozan, Nick Smith Jr., Jordan Poole, CJ McCollum. No, he's not. Jet Howard, Jordan Hawkins, Cam Whitmore, Jordan Clarkson, Anthony Simons, Bryce Sensabaugh, Colin Sexton, Bradley Beal, Kobe White, Jalen Brunson. Are we kidding here? Ryan Nembhard, 5'10". Ryan Nembhard
is a terrible defender. What
Gary
we doing?
Trent?
Luka is a terrible defender.
Shaden Sharp, awful. Trey Mann,
keep Gary Trent out of this.
Gary Trent's awful, man.
LaMelo Ball,
Ben Mathurin, Corey Kispert.
Like what?
I think
Gary Trent and Ben Mathurin don't belong in this conversation.
Because LaMelo showed me he could play defense too. He's actually showed me he could do it.
Grady Dick, by the way, Grady Dick.
Play defense, win.
Oh, I've seen LaMelo. I've seen LaMelo get in the stance and lock down.
I have too.
Yeah,
LaMelo don't give a damn.
Yeah, we just won't do it.
He just don't give a damn.
Yeah, he just won't do it. Yeah, I've seen him get down in the stance.
But I just want to know, why would you put DeMar DeRozan in that conversation? Like, what agenda are you trying to push with that one?
Yeah,
because he's not a good defender.
Yeah, he ain't in that conversation with them though.
Okay, first of all, Pim, we know how you feel about DeMar DeRozan overall, so that's just not fair.
Oh, chill. You actually wouldn't believe this, but I love DeMar DeRozan.
Oh yeah, I bet he wouldn't believe it. I believe it.
Followed him since Compton High.
Yeah.
One of a few Raptors jerseys that I actually do own. Number 10, DeMar DeRozan. Love DeMar. Just very, very, very woke to his weaknesses. And I can 100% acknowledge
all you basically did
defender.
was stalk him. All you did was stalk him and kill him.
Stalk him.
You stalked him. You followed him through Compton High, bought his jersey, followed him in Toronto, just to stick a knife in his back. That's
really all you did, Pin.
I ain't sticking
Were you in San Antonio with him too?
I ain't sticking a knife in his back.
Pin, when I hear you talk about DeMar,
it ain't never good.
That you love him. Yeah, there's no
I
way
actually do.
Chill.
Do you know my first reaction to the Kawhi Leonard trade? I can't believe that my boy DeMar DeRozan like that.
Hey, because you ain't get to stick the knife in his back yet.
Hey, Kyle Lowry didn't either. See how that worked out.
Nah, man.
It was definitely better than the crew. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
It definitely was.
The next super chat is from MP13. MP said, okay, so Jordan's problem is people using these terms in a bad faith way to wrongly represent what's going on during the games. Those people are bad faith actors that misuse terms for their agenda.
Yeah.
I mean, to a certain point, yeah, but at the same time, I understand that people that look at those terms a lot of times don't really be knowing what they be looking at when it comes down to basketball. Like most of the time they don't. If we sat down with them and broke down plays by plays with them, they would have no idea what the fuck is going on. For example, this is how I know this. I was describing a stagger screen first. I was like, hey, these two stagger screens right there. And the guy told me, them not stagger screen. That's a Spain pick and roll. And I'm like, good job, you knowing what the hell you like. Good job that you heard of a Spain pick and roll. But the Spain pick and roll, you don't identify it by saying, come here, Spain pick and roll right here. Like, that's not what that is. But that's what people do though. They learn something and they try to get in conversation where they don't belong. So like that's my whole point with this shit. Like it just becomes
I had to get with the times, Ox. Like I ain't know what horns was until it got explained to me, and I was like, wait a minute, that's just too high. That's all it is. Okay, I got you.
Basically.
But they call it it's the reason why they call it horns though, because chill, if we coming in the game and I say, yeah, that's the reason why I do that. If we come in the game and I keep saying too high, the motherfucker gonna be
you
like,
already know what it is. Yeah, you know what it is. Yeah, you know exactly what we're doing.
Either way, a lot of just depending on, what I'm saying, who you might have played for, what region you grew up in. A lot of things are gonna have different terminology based on, different sets,
100%.
different actions, stuff like that. Pistol, horns, whatever, flat, whatever you call. It could all be different. But Jordan, I think you got an elitist mindset, bro.
What does that mean? That's another term I'm just trying to get with.
Now I just realized you are a basketball snob. You talk about
I would not create.
No.
I would not. I'm trying to see where you're going with this, because I would not have Jordan as an elitist. No,
because you heard what he said. He said people in conversations they don't belong in.
They don't.
Just because they don't know as much basketball as Jordan. Jordan talk about now. You don't get up out of here.
No.
I'm make me an elitist. You don't want to talk to nobody that's dumb.
Jordan, because what Jordan does, you know what, in particular for you, Jordan, is crazy because you do a good job with your content. What you do in your content, breaking down the game, teaching the game. I'm shocked that someone that's so good at teaching the game is having this mindset against
because they don't teach the game. Because the reason why is because that don't teach the game. My job, my number one goal when I started doing this was to explain the game in a way that a 5-year-old can go back and understand it. Usually, like that's the reason why I do it. I'm not using you know how confused a 5-year-old would be if you told him this right here is the connected passer. He got to go home and look up connecting first. He got to go look up all this other shit first, then apply the context. So like that's why. Only reason why I brought up the whole Spain thing is because I'm I'm describing what I'm seeing. I see 2 staggered screens. There's one after another. This motherfucker say that's not a staggered screen. That's a Spain's pick and roll. We ain't even got into the pick and roll yet. How is that a Spain pick and roll? But he was like, no, you don't know what you talking about. I'm like, all right, brother. See, this is what I mean. You in a conversation, you ain't got no business being there. You ain't got no business in this shit.
To be honest with you, I'm with Jordan on this one, Ox. Explain this to me like I'm a 6-year-old. Like, stop talking to me like I already know what this is. No, explain this to me like I'm 5. How does this work?
That's how you. And I realized, chill though. With doing this is the reason why I do this, because I can get in these deep conversations with people and use all of it. I just don't want to because it's stupid to me. But the reason why I do all this, because the average person have zero idea what's going on. I would even tell you this too, chill. The average player have zero idea what's going on. Most basketball players just fucking hoop. They just cold.
Yeah, a lot of these
like they just legitimately just good at basketball. The ones that go from good to great understand what's going on. I would say 95% of NBA players really don't know what the hell going on. They just playing. They just good at basketball. Like damn good. I done had a lot of people from pro leagues reach out to me, college. Hey, can you show me this? Can you teach me this? Surprisingly, this one that surprised me. This is why I be talking shit now, because y'all really can't fuck with me. I'm not talking about y'all on the panel. I'm talking about the chat. I just be talking shit
about y'all 2 up here.
Yeah, no, I ain't doing that.
Look, you talking about everybody up here. That's up here.
Listen,
yes, shut the hell up.
Listen,
get him out of here.
When coaches came to me and said, "Can you show me this?" I'm like, "See, this is a disconnect in the game. Like it's a disconnect in the game. Like it's coaches that get paid to coach. I'm talking about college basketball, Division I basketball. Need to know this. I broke down the play, and we can move on after this. I broke down the play, Ron, and one of the coaches hit me and was like, "Bro, we just put that in our system. Like we use it. We just use that in our system from Baylor. Like that's how crazy that shit is."
First of all,
so you went to Baylor more than Swiper did.
I've
never seen Swiper name at Baylor. I've never seen Swiper name at Baylor.
Swiper did not contribute a jack shit to their.
No. I'm saying
they literally got a play called Jordan.
No. I got the play.
I didn't know about Drench. I didn't know about
the play from Coach Drew. They used it in the EuroLeague. That's what I did. I got the play.
And
from
he
Coach
showed
Drew.
it to him.
Yeah, and I talked to him. And he told me he was like, "We just put that in. We just put that in practice the last day."
Yeah.
Tell you.
Well, Jordan, right now, I'm running a poll right now, and I'm asking the chat, does Jordan know ball? It's as simple as that. I'm going to let it run for a couple minutes. As of right now, 57% of people are saying that you do know ball. But we're going to go ahead and transition, though, y'all. Yo, Miles, since you are the expert in doing what you do, how do you want to run it? Do you want to run it on your phone and just show people it? Do you what you want to do?
Yeah, we can definitely run on my phone.
All right, hey, but here's what we're gonna do though. Since I definitely don't know ball, I'm just the host, and since Miles is the GOAT at doing what he does and he hosts that, I'm gonna move into the middle, and we're gonna do Chill and Ox, Chill with Chill versus Jordan and Penn,
the basketball elitists,
the nerdifiers of basketball.
We're nerdifiers.
Oh, you said basketball elitists?
No, we the gatekeepers of basketball.
Two guys
okay,
up. They don't need to. They hang out too much anyway. Break them up. I'm gonna tell y'all something.
Oh, so you don't want to be on Penn's team? Is that what you're saying?
I got
That's
no
what it
problem
sound
with
all right, look. We'll go north to south.
Then. All over again. This is the PCL all over.
He know me and Chill is unfadable, but if that's how you want to do it, me and Penn and kick y'all ass, it don't matter.
All right, for sure. So we got Ox and Penn, the basketball elitists, versus Jordan and Chill, the basketball old heads. Let's get into it, y'all.
But all these niggas old me. What the hell?
I'm gonna tell y'all the teams when they come up. So the left side will be y'all over here, and then the right side will be y'all. All right.
Hold on, let me
do
this. Let me do this.
Okay. Perfect. All right, let's get it, y'all. Let's get it. All right, y'all. We back with another one. Who we got right here? Okay, the left side you got Dallas Mavericks all time. One player. Who you take?
To your left or my left?
My left. So this side over here, we got we got Penn over there on the left side.
Oh, you and Chill got the same camera.
So we got Dallas, or they
got
Dallas?
Penn and Ox is going first.
Go ahead.
Hold on. Go ahead, Penn. You go first.
Dirk.
You guys agree on that?
My man.
Yeah.
All right. Right side, you got Nuggets all time.
Joker.
Chill. All right.
Show gotta go, Yoke.
Nah, Drench wanted to say Melo.
No, I'm going Yoke. I'm going Yoke. I'm not letting Ox talk me out of nothing.
All right, y'all. Second pick right here. All right, left side, you got Knicks all time.
Ox, this on you.
Say it, Ox. Say Brunson.
No,
Oh, he want to say Amari.
I want to say Allen Houston, and I know Penn to go with me, but I know Penn gonna rock with me on Allen Houston.
No, he's not. No, he is not.
Okay, so Penn, let's go ahead. Should we get Clyde Frazier?
We got the autograph for Allen Houston. Okay.
I would definitely go with you on Allen Houston, but we're not gonna win this. So
right.
Yeah.
Okay.
I rock with Allen
Patrick
Houston.
Ewing. I'm gonna go Clyde.
Okay.
Right John Starks is crazy.
Right side, we got Nuggets again on the right side. We got Nuggets again.
All right, Jordan, it's on you. You got to pick a Nuggets player now. Another Nuggets player.
I want to go Alex English, but I don't want to go Alex English. Chill, you fight that Alex English one, or you want to go?
That's
Melo?
what I was actually thinking. To be honest with you, I was actually thinking Alex English.
Well, I'm gonna go Alex English. Fuck it.
Nice. There you go. Okay. All right, hold on, y'all. Third pick right here. Third one. Left side, you got the Charlotte Hornets.
Or the Bobcats.
Nasty.
Or the Bobcats is crazy.
They got hoopers. That's easy.
We go Kemba, yeah.
Kemba is crazy.
We got Walt Frazier already.
Shit. Could
You
go.
can always go Glenn Rice.
Could go Glenn Rice.
Big dog.
We're not going
Alonzo?
LaMelo.
Okay, let's
Not going LaMelo. That's funny.
Let's go. What about Lonzo Mourning?
That,
Are we trying to construct? Are we trying to
Yeah.
construct the starting lineup?
Yes, sir.
I like
Yeah.
Lonzo. I like Alonzo Mourning's defense with Dirk Nowitzki.
We got Zoe. Give me Zoe.
I like that. All right, right side, you got
before you go any further, Drench, we need to congregate for a second because Alex English wasn't better than Bernard King. Bernard King wasn't better.
Damn, I forgot about Bernard. I'm thinking about Bernard King on the damn Knicks though.
Bernard King.
Hold up though, chill, because he in the middle of a clip right now, so we got to get to the next person.
Okay, I'm sorry.
And we can get him again too.
Good. You got Pelicans on the right side all time.
Just simple.
That's Anthony Davis.
Ain't no way
right?
we going time, Rocks. Chris Paul. Why would we go Chris Paul?
Oh, that's right. Chris Paul did play for them.
Yeah,
Yes,
Chris
sir.
Paul.
He did. Chris Paul played for them. Anthony Davis, though.
Yeah, I'm about to say AD was tough on them too.
Yeah.
That 2018 Anthony Davis, was that better than? I already got Joe. I'm taking Anthony Davis. Yeah, I'm putting Anthony Davis at the 4. Okay, because I know he's gonna give me some teams where I can find a lead guard. I know he's gonna give me one.
I like that. All
Yes,
right.
He's gonna give me a team where I can find a lead guard. So I'm gonna take.
So we need wings. We need
Right.
wings. We got our center. We got our power forward. We got our guard. We need wings.
Left side, you got Memphis Grizzlies all time.
We spanking y'all ass. Y'all gonna pick Zebo.
Damn it.
I mean,
Look at him. Damn it.
We could move. We could move Dirk to the 3.
Hell no.
Go super size.
And go Zebo.
And we could go Zebo or
running their ass out the floor. Chill.
We smoking these dudes.
Hold up. Memphis Grizzlies and Vancouver Grizzlies, because we
Yes.
could go Mike Bibby.
Please smoke
Would that be crazy? That'd be too crazy.
Was Mike better than John Morant?
Hell
I
no.
think so.
It might be more stable.
Don't
I
you
mean,
need stable.
I see the Tony Allen in the chat. We can start locking up defense.
Hell no.
We are not taking Tony
y'all are
Allen.
cooked.
We might as well shake shit. Nah, you know what? I got one. Shane Battier. Shane Battier. We good?
What?
Just go. Let's
Chris,
just
pick that.
no.
Chris, let's
No.
pick that.
Let's go. No. Let's play. Hold on, Drench. Let's go Dirk at the 3 and grab either Zebo
You know
or
what?
Marcus Gasol.
I got you. Pau Gasol.
Ooh.
We taking Pau Gasol.
Good shit.
We taking
man.
Pau Gasol. We moving Dirk to the 3. Let's go.
Go ahead,
Super
man.
size.
Damn near
right
need to
side.
move power to the 3.
I can't lie. Left side, the right side got blessed. The right side got Los Angeles Lakers all time.
Don't worry, they're gonna pick Austin Reeves anyway.
We gotta run this back,
Chill,
bro.
chill.
Giving us no love.
We can go multiple ways on this motherfucker. Kareem, we already got Jokic. See, that's why we should never pick AD. We We could have got Kareem.
Wait. So we got the okay. So our front court, I got Yoke, I got Anthony Davis, and I got Alex English. Bryant at the 2. No,
Bron.
Stop right there.
Bron.
Stop right there. What? Rewind.
I know who you going with, Chill.
So
Alex English, Jokic, AD, Bron. What?
I was thinking Magic, but
we gonna do Magic. We also do Bron. What?
Okay.
Yeah, Bron. Come on now, chill. That brother's 6'9".
Yeah,
we got nothing under 6'5" over here.
Man, you better get the Chicago Bulls next.
Come on, bro. Show us some love.
Chill. We might not even need a point guard now. Shit, we might not even need one. We might.
Well, we got one. We got one in Bron.
That's what I'm saying. We might get, and we can add one next song. We might get packed.
Wait. Jokic is a point guard too. Y'all got 2 point guards.
We don't, man. We might just go big on y'all.
What team we got?
All right, y'all. Hold on. Let me. I had a team repeat. Hold on. All right, y'all. Last one right here. Last one. Who we got? Dang, nah, I can't let y'all go outside like that. All right, y'all.
Who do we get? You tell us after.
Left side got Cleveland Cavaliers.
Oh, you motherfuckers nasty with this shit.
LeBron. We taking LeBron. We taking the best LeBron.
You gonna fix the same up. All right, that's gonna give us the Orlando Magic.
All right, and then the right side, Minnesota Timberwolves.
KG, come on now. Why wouldn't we pick KG? We moving.
Yeah, that's the best team ever assembled.
Yeah, we moving AD to the 3 or KG at the 3. Don't fucking matter. KG, come on, chill. Don't even overthink it. KG, that's easy work.
Oh, damn.
We blitzing their ass 52-0 before they score.
So wait, we got Zomorn and Parkinson.
Can I switch out Alex English for Carmelo?
LeBron James and Clyde Frazier.
Hey, we got a good team.
Hell no.
I mean, hell no.
I'm not saying whether or not y'all
we
got
don't
a
even
better
need to
team.
switch out Alex English.
We can keep Alex English.
Y'all can't switch nobody. Just to let y'all pick. Y'all got who y'all
got. So I got Bron, Alex English, Anthony Davis, KG, and Joker. We stomping y'all.
No, we beat the dog.
Look, but hold on. I'm not saying whether or not y'all stopping us. I just said that we got a good basketball team. That's all I said.
No. We demoralizing y'all. I'm talking about
Miles.
Yes,
Miles.
Sir.
So you got all the lineup set?
Yep.
All right, fire. Where can the people find your content, and where can they see all these videos that you do?
Yes, sir. Check me out on TikTok and Instagram at wa.durr. And I got
that's
a lot
wadurr.
Of you guys, wadurr. That's a lot of videos out there you guys can check out. I've done a video. wa.durr. And I've done a video with one of Penn's favorite players. I've done a video with DeMar DeRozan. I've been blessed to do videos with Allen Iverson, Cameron Brink, Reggie Bush, Vince Young.
Wait though, my man wadurr. You got to tell people the originating story. You got to tell me the story that you told me at the TikTok Awards, because it moved me, my man. It moved me. Talk to the people and let them know, like, how did this whole thing start, and what was your over the top moment that kind of pushed you into the spotlight?
Yes, sir. Yeah. So basically, I started doing these videos because one of my friends told me to go check out TikTok, and he thought I had a great personality for it. I wasn't really sure what to do. I started seeing people do like NBA all-time lineups, and basically, I had done a video, and it was like a swipe over where I did a lineup, but then my dad did one, and you could swipe over and see the lineups, and they were like, "You should do a video with you and your dad in a video together." So then I went to a bachelor party. I set up my phone on this little table, and I did a video with one of my friends. And that video in like 8 hours ended up hitting like 90,000 views. I went from like 5,000 followers to like 10,000 in like 2 weeks. And then I just kept doing those videos over and over again. And when I was in Seattle, I got blessed to go to the program and do a video with Jamal Crawford. And that's where everything just went crazy after that. I got a video with Jamal Crawford. 2 weeks later, I got Nate Robinson. Next thing you know, I'm moving to LA. I get videos with Brandon Jennings, DK Metcalf, Gigi Jackson. You know what I'm saying? The list goes on. And it just went crazy after that. So it's wild, man. It's like you just never know what like setting up your phone and recording on your phone can do. You know what I mean?
And now you got a video with the legendary Chill Town.
I got a video with.
You also got a video with Carlos Boozer. I seen that one too.
Yes, sir. Yep. Carlos Boozer as well. You know.
Did you ask him to put the spray on his head?
I did not, bro. He had it on there already. I got a video with I got a video with two of the most iconic hairlines. I got a video with Carlos Boozer and Jalen Rose. You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy.
Two of the most iconic hairlines.
Boy, you had 2 cans of Beijing right at the Hey, Carlos Boozer already having it on. It's crazy.
Yeah, when I seen you were going to be on the show, I actually checked out a bunch of your videos. You really, really great at what you do, man. The first thing I was thinking was like so much of social media makes you kind of feel like heavy, drained, whatever. I watched like 2-3 of your videos. I was like, man, I'm in a better mood. You got a great personality for this, man.
Thank you, bro. And that's why I tell everybody, man, like, and a lot of people talk to me and they're like, man, like, why do you enjoy doing these videos so much? And I tell people, I'm like, no matter what that person is going through that day, this is going to be the most positive experience they've ever had. And that's my goal with every video. I don't care what person is going through. I don't care how depressed they are. I don't care how down they are, all that. My goal is to come into their life and be that one positive experience they have. And that's all I want.
Amen. I think I try to be the same way, but shit get taken out of context. I
was like, my God, it's going real well.
It's going great. My going great. One depend.
Going great. My coach used to say, do whatever you want. I don't care if you go out and miss every single shot, but be an energy giver, not an energy taker. Literally every single time. And that is advice that I have disregarded every single day that I've come up on the panel. So I appreciate y'all for putting up with me,
Yes, sir.
Hey, W accountability. I'm just saying, for me, my goal is to create whatever's in my head every day, brother. I'm just creating what I'm in my head. I'm actually, you know what? I got a new goal. And Ron, I'm going to get this off really quick. My job is to fix the internet. I'm coming to the internet talking how we talk in person. All this old newscaster script bullshit. No, that's how we don't talk basketball.
Jordan, how do you feel about?
Yeah,
I don't talk like that in real life.
Yeah,
I don't talk like that in real. No, I do not.
I give. Somebody asked me why was I talking bad about Tyler Cole. I'm like, I was talking good about him. Just because I said he a fake ass Zac Efron, that don't mean I'm talking bad about him. Yeah, High School Musical looking like shit. It is what it is. Nothing wrong with that. If that's gonna ruin your day, something wrong with the internet. That's what I'm saying. I'm fixing the internet. If I call you a fake ass Steve Nash and you cry about that, something is wrong with the internet. Gotta be. So it is what it is. That's my goal right there, Chill. I'm fixing the internet. We finna talk ball. We finna talk whatever we want to talk, how we want to talk about it, as long as it's in a digestible way.
Can't fix the
Jordan, you know what my goal is?
You're probably right.
My goal is to turn NBA All-Star Weekend in LA up. And Miles, I can't wait for us to run off a million videos with the whole squad up here. And some guys that aren't even up here, I can't wait for us to run them starting fives all week long.
Yes,
but y'all check me out, y'all. We're going to go ahead and transition. Before we get to the crunch time chats, we just got to talk about the potential #1 pick in next year's draft. Aj Dybantsa went crazy last night. And I want to talk about what he's looking like right now. How you guys feel about him?
I thought we was going to talk about some serious basketball.
Why is that not serious?
Not that bum ass shit in Washington that they doing. Motherfucker play the 2-10 team, bro. Can they play some real talent?
You talking about AJ and him?
Yeah.
So you not respecting that?
No. They getting out the way for him every time he come down the lane. They just go look at his highlight tape, Pen. All you see in the game is this. The defense doing this.
Clemson wasn't doing that. Clemson wasn't doing that.
He playing against fans, Chip.
Yeah.
Oh, y'all, come on.
Clemson wasn't no fan, and he served them. Clemson was not a fan.
Man. This is disgusting.
I really hope, Jordan. All I'm gonna say is I hope the apologies are as loud as the disrespect, man.
100%.
I never disrespected him. The kid is nice.
Duke
is a nice
I was asked last year. What would I give up for my team to end up with Aj Dybantsa? And I said 35 first-round picks. And people thought I was.
Would you give up Scotty Barnes for Aj Dybantsa?
I ain't answering that question. No, I ain't giving up Scotty Barnes for nobody. But you're not gonna catch me on the internet saying that shit ever. But what I will say is, like, I've been really, really high on a lot of young players. Like LeBron, we going right back to LeBron. And sometimes you're right, sometimes you're wrong. I was really high on DeMar DeRozan. I legitimately thought DeMar DeRozan, Compton High, this is going to be Vince Carter. Watch him in the NBA. I was like, oops, a little bit wrong on that one, right?
But you can't be wrong on Scotty, though. You know that?
I've been more right than I've been wrong. Let's put it that way. But I will say this. With Aj Dybantsa, like what I'm seeing, like week over week, I know some people saying like, "Oh, they're not playing anybody Eastern Washington." What's that? Yo, they play in the Big 12. Okay, that's the hardest schedule in college basketball.
Ain't started yet though.
Okay, cool. We'll see. We'll see. Because I watch. I've been watching AJ for a long time, and I don't know this guy to ever turn down when the competition turns up. Okay,
that's fair.
Why such a weak preseason, man?
I don't like that because to me, and I agree with. I forgot what Coach said it. But that almost is a recipe for first round tournament exit when you start playing these weak ass schools. But to Penn's credit, they do play in the Big 12, so they will get tested. I think they play 12 games in the Big 12 tournament, right? Because the Big 12 is bigger than a lot of other conferences. So they play.
I feel like, bro, if you a baller, you a baller, bro. John Morant.
Yeah, but I'm talking about for his team. I'm not worried about AJ. I think his team's gonna struggle. I think his team is gonna struggle.
100%. And when I said that, I wasn't trying to knock mid-major schools because I think mid-major basketball is great, and there's a lot of really, really talented kids that play in mid-major schools. So I didn't mean to say it like that. But with that being said, even in the Big 12, I mean, Kansas is obviously always going to be good. Arizona is in the Big 12 now. Baylor's going to be a competitive. Baylor and Houston, even if they're not as talented as years past, they're always going to be competitive basketball teams. But and then Iowa State, they're decent. You know what I mean? I think
Iowa State pretty good. Hold on, Iowa State better than all them teams you just named besides U of H.
I don't think the Big 12 is as good as y'all say it is. That's what
I just don't understand why does all that matter though?
It doesn't matter so much, bro.
I think it's so much just about this particular game and about the preseason and some of these preseason schedules. I'm seeing some of these big schools play, and that's on the women's side as well. The women and men's side, I'm seeing a lot of teams, a lot of programs that are really playing 6, 7, 8 subpar teams. It's like
that's typically how it goes, though.
No, yeah, but Ron, you usually play against about three really bad teams, maybe 4. You go to
more like 5, 6.
First and foremost, let's stop with BYU. BYU did not have a whack schedule. They beat Villanova. They lost to UConn. They beat Wisconsin. They beat the University of Miami, who was in the ACC. They beat Clemson in the championship game. And they beat Dayton. They ain't got no cupcakes. No, they don't have no cupcakes on their schedule
right now. Chill. Over the last 6 games, Aj Dybantsa is averaging 28 points per game in 32 minutes per game. It's going crazy.
Did y'all see what he did? I forget who they were playing against in the second half of that game when they came back from halftime. They was like losing by 10 points, and they came back in halftime, ended up beating that team. I forget who they were playing against, but AJ ended up going crazy in the second half.
And you know what's impressive? You know what's the most impressive part of this?
It was Clemson. Yes, I think he had 22 or 23 in the second half. Yeah, it was
do you know what the most impressive part about this is? He's been efficient as hell and consistent, efficient, and insanely productive. So I mentioned 28 points per, in 32 minutes per game over the last 6, and that's going up. So he's getting better, which is what you want to see as a college season progresses. You want to see guys get better. You want to see them take a step. We saw Cooper take a step last year, around December, which is right. That's right. You adjust from high school basketball to college basketball. I will mention this though. On the season, he's shooting 59% from the field, Jordan.
That's fine.
59% from the field.
Still name those teams. What about Holy Cross? What about Delaware? What about
but Duke got about 6, 7 weak ass teams on their schedule too.
Jordan, you are a hooper. You play who's in front of you. Okay, this is what I'm saying. You play who's in front of you. Okay, so AJ is like that, and let me tell you, consistency matters to me. I don't care. You 90% one day, 12% the next day, 40% the next day. You wild as hell. You a wild card, right? You like basically a blank to me. to me, the consistency of like what Show says, who are you on a Tuesday? On a Tuesday, Aj Dybantsa is 55% from the field, 25 points per game. That's basically what he is on an average day.
There's one thing that scares me about AJ. One thing. And that's that this dude could be drafted to OKC.
That shouldn't scare you.
I'm telling you right now, they think that I'm on some bullshit. The Clippers are winning the lottery, and that pick is going to Oklahoma City. I'm telling y'all. The Clippers are going to win the lottery.
No way.
Oklahoma City is getting that
Adam
pick.
Silver, nice ass, not gonna do it.
I promise you. I promise you. The Clippers are winning the lottery, and OKC is getting that pick, and it's going to shut the NBA down. Y'all gonna be
that's
like,
the only thing that scares me.
It's fixed. And don't forget, we still got Topic, and they still got Sorber. Those dudes haven't even played yet, so we don't even know what they look like. And then you're gonna get the #1 pick in the draft. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right, fellas. Well, we are going to go ahead and transition into our crunch time chats. I appreciate everybody that's tapped in. If you're not a member yet, become a member. If you haven't subscribed yet, you know what to do. And if you haven't liked the video, once again, you know what to do. Shout out to everybody that is on Twitter. Make sure to retweet the video to all of your friends and followers. If you're on Facebook, go ahead and like up or even love the video too. Shout out to Alex Nutt and Andre Green. They both love the video. But let's get into these crunch time chats. The first one that I got is from Hoops Never Stops. Hoops Never Stops said, I dislike all these new terms and stats as well, but I think rim deterrence, as far as tracking it and a player's ability to do it, is important. Shot blocking isn't deterrence. Thoughts on this?
Agreed.
Yes, it is.
Agreed.
Why not?
Shot blocking is a part of deterrence. Your ability to block shots will lead to deterrence, but in and of itself, it's not the same thing.
Okay, rim deterrence and shot blocking are two different things, but it is a part of it though, 100%.
Yeah, they're
Because
connected.
when I block shots,
it's like the example we said earlier about Bill Laimbeer. You know what I'm saying? Like Bill Laimbeer wasn't a big shot blocker, but he gonna hit you. Reggie Evans wasn't the biggest shot blocker, but Reggie Evans gonna hit you when you come into the paint. And that's going to deter you from coming to the rim.
Oakley like that too. So there's another example.
I mean, also, it ain't even about hitting. Sometimes, like Bill Laimbeer and Reggie Evans, they both good vertical. Like they contest vertically all the time. So
sure.
I mean that's a part of it too. Like so the fact that a motherfucker just jump straight up and down, the ref don't call a foul. Like Draymond Green is not a good shot blocker either, but your ass go in that paint, he gonna jump straight up and down. He might kick you in the nuts one time though, but straight up and down, and then that shit is hard to get a shot off.
Like to me, it's like the best defender is the one that changes your shot diet the most, right? That's the best defender in the league,
or the one that just don't stop coming at you. You see how I fixed that without saying call?
No, I get what you're saying. So like to me, it's like let's just say I'm a perimeter defender, right? And I'm guarding Donovan Mitchell, right? What is me doing my job? What's the best version of me doing my job?
Forcing them left.
Okay. I'm not talking schematically. I'm talking results. What is the result that I'm after if I'm the greatest defender on Donovan Mitchell? One school of thought is I want to make him shoot 13 for I want to make him shoot 13 for 32. You know what I mean? So I want to hold it below his efficiency. Another school of thought would be I want him to shoot 2 for 10. Which is to say, I want him to not even be able to take shots. That's a completely different. That's a different defensive mindset philosophy. I want to force him to be a passer. I want to force him to get off of his spots. I want to, force him to pick up his dribble because I'm so tenacious into his handle. So that to me is like there's a difference there. So it's the same thing with rim deterrence and shot blocking, right? It's like the shot blocker block 4 of your shots, but the rim deterrence guy, he gets you to stop short on your drives. So you're not even trying. You picking up your dribble. Exactly. Like Mutombo.
All right, y'all. The next super chat is from Deleted 9202. Deleted said, it's funny how now scoring is the most important thing when it comes to SGA for Penn. But there's plenty more people in the league that can score too, but you bash him because they cannot do the other things.
Yeah, because SGA does the other things. SGA is not Cam Thomas. Number one, he's efficient as hell. Number two, he's an incredible leader. Number three, he closes strong. Number four, he is a good defender. He participates in the team scheme. And number five, I've never seen him be selfish. He could take 38 shots and not be selfish for me. There's a lot of guys who take 18 shots and they're selfish as hell.
I got a question too.
Do y'all think Anthony Edwards is a good defender?
I do.
Yeah. Yes. He's good-ish.
I think he's a damn good defender. I think about bucket getting in terms of scoring. I think about it like money. All money ain't good money. Just because you a bucket getter does not mean that shit is productive. I've seen a lot of empty buckets. A prime example would be what's going on with these bad teams. Somebody got to lead a bad team in scoring. That doesn't mean that you are a legit bucket getter. When you're the one taking all the shots, you're the one that we're looking for in our offense, but we're still at the bottom of the league. I mean, it's empty. I mean, it ain't really leading to anything. Now, don't get me wrong. That doesn't necessarily mean that you're not a bucket getter, but you could watch a bucket getter and tell that's not sustainable if he was in a different situation. Like if he was on a team where there was better bucket getters and it was more connective passers, would this be better? No, it wouldn't be. No, that's empty.
Cam Thomas, for example, like we're talking about Cam Thomas. I think he wouldn't be as successful if he was on like a different type of team that had more scores. I don't think he would be having 30 and 40-point games. You know what I'm saying? This makes sense. But then you look at examples like Kevin Love when he was on Minnesota. I would still say Kevin Love's a bucket getter, though. I would still say Chris Bosh was a bucket getter when he was on Toronto and they were trash.
For sure.
I would still say Kevin Garnett was a bucket getter on Minnesota.
My thing is, I don't care about the context.
How do you figure that out, Chill? Like how do you base that?
You know a prime example with the way I would base it is how are you in games? Prime example, even though that Detroit team was horrendous, losing 28 straight games, they were in games. All of the games that they were playing, Cade was getting buckets, and we were losing games at the buzzer. We were losing games. It was a 1-2 possession game at the end of the game. When we getting smoked and at the end, I mean, you end up with 10 extra points in the last 5 minutes of the game, and the game is clearly out of reach, that's empty to me. That doesn't really hold a lot of weight to me at all. So when I think about guys being bucket getters, that's the kind of stuff that I think about.
Okay.
I don't think with that.
We got another super chat from Hunter TV. Hunter said the Nuggets became the 7th team ever to have 3 players hit 6 threes in a game. After that atrocious outing against the Rockets, very good bounce back. Best offense of all time. Combo.
I don't think we didn't really talk about that. Houston went into Denver on Saturday and whooped them boys' ass.
You know why we didn't want to talk about it, because y'all let
Swipe. We did not talk about that.
This and that. Yes. That's why. And
yes, they did, Dre.
That was vintage KD.
On the timeline, clapping and twerking on the timeline last night because the Nuggets hit all them threes against a bad defense, Utah Jazz. The Utah Jazz play some badass defense. Make it against the real defense.
Awful. Yeah.
Shit.
Utah's defense is bad.
That's why he was using that. We just did not make our shots. We just couldn't make shots. Yeah, y'all played a real defensive team. Shit.
I never thought Dwayne Wade's name would be attached to a horrible defensive team. I never thought it'd be attached to it.
Oh, you're talking about? Oh, okay.
Yeah, Dwayne Wade being the owner of the Houston, like a partial owner of the Utah Jazz. It's like, come on.
Yeah.
I wonder why he picked that team to be a part on.
He didn't pick it.
It's a very interesting choice.
That's what became available.
I guess so.
It's not an investment. It's an investment. It's not an indictment on his character.
No, it's not. I don't have nothing. That's not why I said that. I'm just saying the Utah Jazz is an interesting choice for him. But I mean, if that's what he can get in, that's what he can get in. I mean, I'm not knocking it. I wonder how much is his percentage though. I mean, I'm not pocket watching anything. Shit, yeah, I am. What's his percentage? Which one of y'all?
Does he not have say on the roster?
I want to know how much Brady getting off of that.
Like, does he have say on who gets drafted? Like, does he have say?
I don't think he got that say. No, I don't think so.
You know what I'm saying?
But I do want to know his percentage, though. I want to know what percentage he got, because I know Michael Jordan sold the majority stake of the Hornets, but I think he still got a percentage, like a small percentage.
For sure.
So it's over 1%.
And just like you guys are saying, like the Nuggets went off against a horrible team. I think Houston really showed what they're capable of, you know, and Kevin Durant was old KD in that game. Like, I haven't seen KD like that really engaged in a game and that fired up in a minute, you know, doing all these emote dances after 3-pointers and stuff. Like, we don't see that from KD, you know. So
Bruce Brown got him fired up.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Bruce Brown got him. Bruce Brown got him lit up, man.
Yo, he told me the truth.
Yeah.
He told him the truth. He said, "You're a bum."
For real. I don't think Bruce Brown is a bum. I don't
As
think Bruce
someone
Brown
who watched painfully for a year and a half Bruce Brown attempt to dribble a basketball, I
painfully it's funny.
Outside of the context of playing with Kevin Durant and playing with Nikola Jokic, he is a bum.
He might have been playing like a bum for you guys. So,
he played like a bum in Indiana too. Chill.
No, he wasn't a bum when he was in Denver when they went on that
won
run.
the championship. You know what I'm saying? And he was a major contributor to that championship team, which is why they brought him back.
You know how I feel about that sign. Just because she was a bum bitch with you, that don't mean she's gonna be a bum bitch with me. Nah, no, Penn, no. I'll turn that around. Yes, I will.
All right, y'all. The next super chat I got is from Kobe Cheeser. Kobe Cheeser said, if the Thunder are winning games by 20 plus and also winning the minutes SGA is on the bench, couldn't he average 20 points a game and they would still be rolling? ? But because he averages 30, y'all glaze him as MVP.
Wow.
That is a very weird way to look at
that. I like that question because it's basically saying he don't have to score 30 for them to win.
Would they be rolling like they rolling though, Miles? That's my question. Like if he was averaging 20, would they be winning like they're winning? Again, we're talking about a team.
Yes.
I don't think so. I don't
think so either.
This guy, I think half the games that he's played in, he hasn't played in the fourth quarter. Half of them, right? So the reason why he's not playing in the fourth quarter, they got substantial leads. And that's largely due to why SGA has been on the floor, because they've been smoking teams with him on the floor. When he gets off the floor, I mean, we up 22-23, and they already got one of the best defenses. If he dumbs down that scoring and that 31 a game he's averaging, if that went down to, I don't know, let's say 20, would he not be playing in the fourth quarter? Yes, he would be playing in the fourth quarter. They wouldn't be smoking.
Chill. They started Brandon Carlson yesterday. That's a two-way guy. So I just want to be clear about something. This team has sustained losses, massive injury losses, but no one talks about it because they're winning, right? They've been missing J-Dub. Now, the J-Dub they got back really ain't J-Dub. It's some sort of weird J-Dub clone that looks like J-Dub but don't play like J-Dub. So it's not really J-Dub. Yeah, maybe like in a month from now he'd be J-Dub.
That dunk last night was J-Dub. I'm just saying that dunk last night was J-Dub.
For sure. He coming back into it. Some numbers that I wanted to bring up the first time we were talking about SGA. OKC with Shai on the court, but without AJ Mitchell, right? They have a 121.5 offensive rating. That would be good for around top 5 in the NBA. Just to remind y'all, Denver is at 125 right now, and they're being in conversations for the greatest offense of all time, right? With AJ Mitchell and SGA on the court is a huge number of minutes, like 500 minutes that they've been on the court together, because for a large part of this season, he's been his second scorer. They have a 126 offensive rating. That would be number 1 in the NBA. Take it one step further and add Chet to that lineup in about 150 minutes, which is small sample size. They're at 138 offensive rating. Point is, SGA has a lot of offensively challenged teammates. A lot. Let's just not even lie about it. It's not like
I don't know why would you lie about it, Penn. I have no idea why people would lie.
Miles, I don't know why you don't see this. A lot of their offense, Oklahoma City's offense, is generated by their defense. Like when you get them in the half court, they rely heavily on SGA. First of all,
Jalen Williams is a bucket. Chet Holmgren,
he averaging 18 points per game, man.
Chet Holmgren can take a man on a dribble and get a bucket. Both of those guys can.
No, they can't. I mean, when we say that, it's not that they can't. Like, I want y'all to make that very clear. I'm not saying that they can't. I'm saying what Shai does, y'all are kind of understating it, like how good he is for this team. Like, if you watch the Thunder's game, a lot of times people be having the Thunders on the rope. Like, they had the Thunder on the ropes. SGA will just consistently just make tough shot, and he rips the other team hard out.
That Phoenix game is a prime example. They had them in the chokehold.
Yeah, it ain't necessarily about the rope. The Thunder are a great team. Like, I don't want nobody to misconstrue what I'm saying. But SGA be ripping people hearts out when they think they close. That's the difference. Like, it feels like Steph Curry all over again. You're close until you're not. Until SGA say, oh, you made a 3? Shit, I'm finna make 1 too. Oh, you just made a layup? Well, I'm gonna make a 3. Oh, you just made a layup? I'm gonna get an and 1. Oh, your best defender got 4 fouls. He guarding me. Boom, I'm getting to the line. His ass out the game. Like, he does so much shit that just turn the game around. The Thunder don't have a system on offense. You know what their system is? SGA, to be real. Like he's their system, and those guys play out of closeouts. That's what it is. And they good at it. But
the next super chat is from Nims Noseball. Nim said, this dude said Isaiah Joe is a great defender. Laughing my ass off. You don't watch the Thunder, bro.
Oh, shut up. Man.
What was it? What was that again? What did he say?
Don't even worry about it. Nims just need to shut up.
Nims don't know ball.
I mean, Isaiah Joe's not a terrible defender. He's just not as good as SGA.
He is.
Yeah.
No, he isn't.
No.
Hello 55 came through with the super chat and said, are y'all taking SGA or 34 in a 7-game series? Talking about Giannis. I think everyone here knows the answer.
Give me SGA because I know he's going to give me SGA because I know he's going to complete that series.
I'm definitely taking Giannis.
I'm taking Giannis. As like a star player of the team.
Am I the only person up here taking SGA?
All right. The star player of the team is that what you're saying? Like we have 4 other players or like whatever, a starting 5, and then we're choosing a star player to put on that team. Let's say the rest of the team is all the same. I'm taking Giannis.
He's one of the worst, if not the worst, mid-range scorer this year, right? We were just talking about the importance of mid-range shooting and efficiency.
We literally just did that. One of the main reasons why, Ron, they got Dame was to close games. Not only was it to close games, Giannis doesn't want to go to the stripe and the meat and potatoes of the game. That's why they got Dame, because they want to take the ball out of his hands. You don't got to worry about that with SGA. You don't have to worry about giving him the ball and him going to the free throw line and worry about him not being able to make free throws or him being able to get buckets. That's not to say that Giannis can't get buckets, because y'all know how I feel about Giannis. I am not in any space this season before he got hurt talking about Giannis being less than, because I already was on record. We are not going to not talk about Giannis being awesome. This is the 4th straight year this dude averaging 30, 10, and 5. This is the 4th straight year he's done that. With that being said, if we get into games where we need buckets, who do I like more? Who do I trust more with the basketball? I trust SGA, because one, he's either going to get to the bucket and score, or he's going to get to the free throw line and he's going to convert. I can't say that with Giannis. And when you got a guy like that, we can take him out of the game.
Quab sent through a super chat and said, so Ron, getting the defensive rebound doesn't stop them from putting another shot up? Yes, it does.
Yes, it does.
But what about the initial shot that caused them to miss the shot to allow you to get a defensive rebound? Because if you didn't play defense initially, they're just – what you mean?
You could have got a good shot, not just missed my wide open 17-footer. I could have got a good shot.
You could. Yeah, you
now
could.
What you're doing is giving me another opportunity to get that 17-footer, because I ran you off the screen and I'm wide open 18 feet away from the basket.
That's completely separate from me stopping you from getting a good shot. Now, if you got a good shot, you got a good shot. But my job as a defender is to stop you from getting good shots, or make your shots as hard as possible, or even limit you from getting a shot just altogether. That's what I focus on. When I think defense, I'm thinking that. Now, when the shot goes up, we're in a whole different portion of the game.
But think about.
But I'm going to get good looks.
But think about this mathematically, right? And I know math. Me talking about math. Would you rather play 100 possessions defensively or 70 possessions defensively? What's going to give you a better chance of winning a basketball game?
But if you ask it that way, how good of a defensive player is Andre Drummond?
Well, see, that's the
thing.
I think
Miles, Andre Drummond is severely limited.
No, I know where you're going with that. I know exactly where you're going with that. But I think the difference with
Andre Drummond on defense.
But I do too, because he's got busy hands, just like Joker does. But the difference, and he's really good in the passing lane too. But the difference, Miles, is that I don't think Penn and I are putting rebounding just as the end-all be-all. It's a part of what defense is. Ron is taking rebounding out of defense. That's what he's doing. And that's completely not the case here. We have to get stops. And rebounding the basketball is the end of that. Ron, if that wide open 17-footer that I missed, that I got a good shot at, if you don't get the rebound, Ron, I'm getting open again. I'm going to get open again, and I'm going to get another good look.
If I don't follow my guy off.
What Ron's saying is, how do you measure that, though? So it's like, for me, it's like you guys are saying the whole Andre Drummond thing. It's like, you're saying, okay, he might not be one of the best defenders. He's one of the best rebounders in NBA history by the stats. So how is he, based off your logic, how is he not one of the best defenders by stats?
because we're not.
You see what I'm saying?
Hold up. We're saying there's like 50 components to defense, and rebounding is one of those things. You know, another component of defense that nobody ever talks about? Not turning the ball over.
Take care of the basketball.
Take care of the basketball so we don't have to face transition offense the entire way through. Right?
No,
Hang on, Ron.
No. It might put you at a disadvantage on defense, but that is not defense. It's just not defense, bro.
Hold on. Consider this. Fouling. If I foul more than the average defender, am I hurting or helping my defense? That's really what it comes down to.
For sure.
Of course, because fouling gets us into the penalty.
But fouling's a part of defense.
Depending on who you're fouling.
Okay. I'm saying if I foul an average player more often than an average defender, all of these things count. My point is people ball watch way too much. When they're watching basketball, their eye is basically going where the ball is going, right? My problem with that is, while that might be entertaining for you because that's where the action is, that's not where the game is being played. The game is being played away from the basketball too. And very often you will see a guy fall asleep, not close out to a corner shooter. Jordan had an entire reel about, Tari Eason and whether he was blameless or whatever for not failing to close out on Dennis Schroeder in that Kings loss. I think that is very important. Not boxing out your man, allowing the man to slip past you and get a putback layup. It doesn't matter what my defense did. If I don't box out my man, if I don't
agree with that.
It's the same thing with mapping shooters. Like if I don't know where the help is coming, if I don't know where I'm supposed to help to, if I don't even like guarding Steph Curry is an excursion in and of itself. Like you better drink some water because you're gonna have a long ass night chasing him around like screens all damn night. So what happens if I don't chase him around screens? I'm making it somebody else's problem. But now that guy, he doesn't know where he can't guard two players at once. So now Draymond going downhill or Andrew Bogut going downhill. Now my big is going to get in trouble. So me not doing my job just created a downstream effect for two defenders downstream. But ask a casual fan, they don't even look at me because I wasn't even there. And that's why I said team defense matters so much more than man defense in the NBA. Because if I could just be there, if I could just offer 1 second of resistance, then my big can come over and help. My guard can come down and swipe. But if I'm not there, my big is in big trouble.
Deleted sent through a super chat and said Jokic is an okay defender because of the Nugget scheme to hide him on defense. Standing in the middle zone, rim deterrents are because of the other defenders are rotating, leaving their man open to help him. But he's rebounding, so he's a good defender. So don't even worry about that, y'all.
He's a good defensive rebounder. That's what he is. Yes, he is.
It's a part of it, man.
Yes, it is.
All right,
man.
Hey, on this one, we're just gonna agree to disagree, y'all. Kobe Cheeser said SGA is great, but I'll take the other Canadian, Jamal Murray, over him. His play style is fun to watch. Here's a good question. I know SGA is an MVP candidate, but which style would kids rather emulate? Him or Jamal Murray?
Kids.
Why not?
That's crazy.
Why not? Why would I not teach my
the hell do I care what kids want to emulate? What's better?
Yeah. Would you rather the kids emulate Steph Curry shooting from 30 feet? Because we got that going on. How's that working?
The reason why I think somebody brought that up, and obviously it's definitely a conversation. I mean, Jamal Murray, incredible in the playoffs, incredible when it matters. He's not one of those players that's going to have a dominant season, but he doesn't need to have a dominant season because all he needs to do is get into the playoffs. If you watch Jamal Murray, when he gets into the playoffs, he's like Jimmy Butler. You know what I'm saying? Jimmy Butler is way better than anybody else can say. When Jimmy Butler goes into the playoffs, he turns it on. There's players that go to the playoffs and turn it off.
He gotta stop some of that shooting gimmick shit he be doing.
How'd that work out last year, though?
Did he don't shoot that shit.
No. Jamal Murray didn't win last year, but Jamal Murray has a ring.
But fellas,
from SGA,
he was awesome in the playoffs, by the way.
SGA also has one ring. So it's like,
but Miles. But Miles, come on, dog. Nobody in their right mind is taking Jamal Murray or even considering taking Jamal Murray over Shai. Like, come on, y'all.
I agree, but I just want people to look at the full scope. Don't just look at the regular season stuff. Look at what Jamal Murray does in the playoffs. Jamal Murray is right now in the NBA one of the best playoff players in the NBA. Let's be real. Throughout the entire playoffs, come on,
Jamal
like
get busy.
To me, he's better than Anthony Edwards in the playoffs. Anthony Edwards shows up for a certain period of time. Once he gets to the Western Conference Finals, he's gone. He disappears.
Hell no.
Do
you know that Anthony Edwards is one of the best playoff risers in NBA history?
Disappears in the Western Conference Finals, bro. Every year, he falls off.
In the Western
Exactly. Every time he's dead, bro. He's drained. He looks tired. He looks drained. He looks like
they played against. They played against Dallas. They got smoked. They played against Oklahoma City. They got smoked.
Exactly. Every time in the Western Conference Finals, he falls off.
And this is why I say winning matters. This is why I say championships matter. And this is why I say when you do things like that, we're able to put you on a higher pedestal and rank you higher. This is why Jamal Murray can get this hype and why he can jump into a conversation like this. Because albeit, yes, he's playing with Joker, but he got busy in the conference finals, Western Conference Finals, plenty of times. He got busy in that championship run throughout the whole thing. When you win,
hey, Ron,
you are able to get put in these conversations.
You called him Lester, Ron. What are you doing? You called him Lester.
That is crazy, Ron. Yeah, Ron.
But chill. But hold on, no, wait. Because I came out a couple weeks ago and I said that whole Lester shit was a joke.
Are you done with the Lester shit, Ron?
I'm not done. No, I'm not done. But I can still acknowledge though. Like during those runs, hold on. Whether I call him Lester or not, the proof is in the pudding. We seen when he was going band for band with Donovan Mitchell. Going getting 50s and 40s and all of that stuff. Like what he does in the playoffs, it ain't no joke. He's Lester during the season.
We saw Ant shut the door on him though. Did we not see that?
Yeah, we did.
It's true.
We did see Ant shut the door on him in the playoffs though. Yes, he did. So anyway, as you were saying, Ron,
I want to be clear about something. I know that Jamal Murray is an incredible playoff player, and I get that, and it stands out because he's not usually anywhere close to as good in the regular season, so he does rise up. I get that. I will remind you that Anthony Edwards, despite being a lot younger and a lot earlier in his career and not playing with the best player in the world, having his own team, he has to play with Rudy Gobert. You know how hard that shit is? Playing with Rudy Gobert, Mr. Brickhands, can't catch a fucking pass. Okay,
he plays defensive rebounds, so that's all that matters.
Exactly, he's
great on defense.
He's good. No, he's good on offense too. That's not offensive rebounds.
That's not doing shit for me on offense.
Offensive rebounds, so he's good.
I will remind you that Anthony Edwards actually shoots better from two on his career by a sizable margin than Jamal Murray in the playoffs. Sizable, like 4% better.
And who has the ring?
I don't care about who has the ring. Anthony Edwards is 24 years old, and he does not play with Nikola Jokic. Are you trying to tell me right now if Anthony Edwards and the Denver Nuggets decide to make a little trade here, and Anthony Edwards goes over to Denver right now, you're not picking them to win the championship? I'll pick them to win. I'll bet every dollar I have that they're going to win a championship.
You definitely wouldn't pick Minnesota to win it if they got Jamal Murray.
But that's a fact.
No, you would not.
That's a fact.
All right, fellas. We got to move on to the next super chat from Hello 55. Dropped another one and said, WTF is this defensive rebounding shit? If you're the biggest man on the floor, it's your motherfucking job to grab that motherfucking board. Cut this defensive rebounding BS out.
So hold on, then explain why Josh Giddey is in the top 10 in the league in defensive rebounding. Explain why Luka is in the top 10 in the league in defensive rebounding. Fuck that.
No, but time out though, because look at when I brought up Russell Westbrook, Penn said Russell Westbrook was stat stuffing with the defensive rebounds. So where's the balance at? Where's the balance at with it?
Here's the thing. Some guards are legitimately good at getting rebounds. Russell Westbrook is legitimately good at getting rebounds. I think some of those numbers were a little bit inflated. Because there's a lot of, but hang on. No. Like to me, the measure of rebounding talent comes down to this: how much better are we at rebounding because I'm on the court, and how much worse are we at rebounding when I'm off the court? That's all that matters to me. So there's a lot of things that contribute to rebounding: hand-eye coordination, athleticism, length, strength. Your ability to box out your guy, your vertical reach, your ability to get out of, your motor, a lot of these things. Russell Westbrook has a lot of things going for him. Is he 11 rebounds, 10 rebounds a game good? No, but he's like good for 7.5, 8. But yo, hang on. If we have a free throw situation, right? And the other team is not sending a single player to the glass. They're just trying to get conservative and get back on defense. And it's just anybody's ball. And everyone on my team just knows that I'm the one that's going to get it. You rate that? You rate that?
We have to do that with everybody's rebounds then. We have to do that with every big man.
That's what uncontested and contested rebounds are.
Okay, man, I don't know about all that team, but Russell Westbrook is a damn good rebounder in general. Like, just
thank you.
Russell Westbrook's a great rebounder. I'm not disputing that.
Some players, like Josh Hart, is another one too.
Josh Hart's great.
Gary
Payton III.
A very good knack for the ball. Like Russell Westbrook just has a very good knack for the ball.
Michael Jordan was a great rebounder.
But we can't pick and choose.
Russell Westbrook is a better rebounder than everything both of those guys you just named.
But all points are not equal. All points are not equal. All assists are not equal. All blocks, steals are not equal. And all rebounds are not equal. These are not equal. And some people, I'm just saying this, some people just get a higher quality of assist than the average player.
But that's what the super chat is saying, that all rebounds aren't equal, because if you're 7'10", you're supposed to grab every rebound. And that's your job. And it's nothing wrong with that being your job because you're 7'10". It's nothing wrong with that.
Doing that,
well,
then?
if you're 7'10",
because we up here complaining.
Chill. All big guys aren't doing that. But the point that we're making is you expect big guys to do that. That's why we trash Jaren Jackson Jr. when he ends the game with 5 rebounds, because he's supposed to do that.
Turner. That's why we trash Miles Turner. That's why we trash all these big dudes for not getting boards.
And that's why we trash Nikola Jokic for not getting blocks, because big men are supposed to do that.
Yeah. And that's why Russell Westbrook's stressing out over here, because people are like, oh, my rebounds don't count, but all these other people's rebounds count. Oh, look at when Jokic was getting triple doubles, everybody's praising Jokic. But when Russell Westbrook does it, it's stat stuffing. It's stat stuffing when Russell Westbrook does it. I just don't get it. Where's the balance at?
Man. Hey, Miles, don't even worry about it. You will never find no balance in this basketball world. But Mad Max Sports Talk sent through a super chat and said people forget basketball is playing at all levels. If you only watch the NBA, you shouldn't be talking for real.
I mean, I know some people who can just watch the NBA, but I watch a lot of different basketball.
What the hell does that mean? I don't watch high school basketball. What are you talking about?
I
don't watch high school basketball.
But you watch WNBA and you watch college basketball.
So. I do watch high school. I mean, I do watch the WNBA. And I do garbage, but I don't watch.
I don't know if you want to watch that shit. That shit be so bad. I'd be like, oh my god.
Not what I've been watching, boy. Hey, I've been watching a show.
I mean, you've been watching the good quality hoops, but I'm just saying, everybody don't have a Tyron Stokes on their team. Like, bruh, high school basketball be flat out straight garbage, bro. Like, I'd be like, dog, even the best player, you know how Tyron Stokes give you that vibe. When you hear Tyron Stokes play, he gonna give you the show that you came to see. I'm going to motherfuckers that's supposed to be top dogs in Texas and shit like that. And I'm not even seeing a dunk from them. I remember when your name was that dude back in the day.
Yeah.
Damn near the first play, a motherfucker get an amazing dunk off the rip. Boom, I'm here. Come show me something. These motherfuckers be too cool. They warm
well, Jordan, you know what the issue is, dog? Texas niggas just can't hoop like Seattle niggas. So, like, you know what that Jersey niggas can't hoop like Seattle niggas. Hey, Pitt, New York niggas can't hoop like Seattle niggas. That's the difference. That's what it is.
From Seattle.
He is now.
I thought you were gonna talk some shit.
He decided to come to the belly of the beast because he knew what it is. Hey, the little nigga could have went hooped anywhere. He could have went to China. He could have went to Italy. He could have went and played in the Euro League, and you know it. He came to Seattle,
you know
Washington.
Why? Somebody in Seattle reached in their pocket and said, "Here, brother."
I will just remind you.
Would have reached in their pocket anywhere.
Yo, Ron, I would just remind you that the country that I was born in, Nikola Jokic was born in that country. So I'll just remind you of that, number one. Number two, I will remind you that the country I was born in,
Michael Jordan was born in.
Well, it's a big ass country. It's different when there's 8 million people in your country. And I will remind you,
born in that country too.
I will remind you that the country that I currently live in, that's where Shai's from. So, you know, I don't know if you want to talk too tough about Seattle right now.
All right.
You could have Jamal Crawford. I'll give you that. Cool. Paolo. That's cool.
Brandon Roy, Spencer Hawes, you know what I'm saying? Doug Christie.
Yeah. Nate Robinson, you know.
Nate Robinson.
Zach LaVine. don't play like A-Rob.
Jaden McDaniels.
Luka.
Would you focus on
Tony?
Would you focus
Kukoc,
on?
Nikola
All right, y'all. We
Jokic,
got to get to these super chats.
Okay, cool.
Hoops Never Stops said, I watched Bill Russell tape the other day, and I can't see, quote unquote, GOAT defender like y'all, great rebounder, good shot blocker, but I don't see it, fellas.
Keep
looking. That's fine that you don't see
it.
Keep
Keep looking. You'll see it someday. Don't worry. Just keep looking.
Just keep watching.
All you gotta do is Bill Russell, I would say, is one of the best defenders of all time, because we talk about the whole shot block thing. We talk about like block shots getting back to the other team, or block shots going out of bounds and the other team getting the ball. Bill Russell blocked shots towards his teammates. He blocked shots himself to where he could get it, to where he knew his team would get the possession. That's the biggest difference. He wasn't looking for a highlight block like Shaquille O'Neal, Dwight Howard, and everybody else is looking for. He's looking for the ability to get a block shot and score points on the other end. That's the reason why he's a big difference when it comes to his defense and what he did. So I got to give Bill Russell his credit, you know.
I ain't giving Bill Russell no damn credit. He was a hell of a defender, just wasn't no good at no offense. That shit was just not good on offense at all.
He wasn't good at offense, no, for sure.
No, hell no.
Y'all yes, he was.
Oh, we're not talking about offense, though. We're talking about defense. We're talking about him as a coach.
What was he good at on offense?
Come on, yo.
What was he good
Goon
at on
King
offense?
forever.
We got to get good on offense without saying he was a connective passer.
Yo, we gotta move on. Goon King forever said the people need a hot tub interview with Cameron Brink, Rakia Jackson, Taylor Charles, and Haley Van Lith. Please live stream it too. You see, the thing about it is y'all gotta pull up. Hey, Miles, Jordan. They just gotta pull up to All-Star Weekend with us.
All-Star Weekend,
you know. Hey, you never know what you're gonna get.
Oh man, that's so crazy. I love watching the WNBA for a multitude of reasons. For good basketball, and sometimes good looks.
You just left Nafisa Collier and Angel Reese off that? You crazy.
Man, that's a hell of a hot tub, still. It's a hell of a hot tub, boy. That water would be cold fucking with me, boy.
All right,
you know what happens to milk in a hot tub? It curdles.
Yeah, I don't give a shit. It'd be gone before you do it, boy.
We didn't actually get to talk about this, Ron.
Like a motherfucker, boy.
We actually didn't get to talk about this, Ron.
No, chill. We probably not gonna get into this today, but tomorrow, I promise you, we damn near gonna start the show off with this, depending on what happens tonight. But Pip named Slickback said, "Why is the NBA so obsessed with stopping tanking? The Jets haven't made the playoffs since the Bush administration, and the NFL is flourishing. Who cares?" Anybody got a quick answer?
It has to happen, man. You know?
Yeah.
Chill. I actually have a quick thing for you. This is from AJ's trainer, and he's actually watching this episode right now. So he actually messaged me. He said, "I actually have a player comp for AJ, Len Bias. I want to see what Chill says about this."
The guy that I was thinking about is if you go back in history, go do some homework. He used to play at the University of Kentucky. He's from Jersey City. He's my best friend to this day. His name's Roderick Rhodes. Go check Roderick Rhodes out. That's who he remind me of, except better.
But do you get some Len Bias vibes from him though?
I do with that mid range and that athleticism and
I only know the ghost of Len Bias. I don't know
the control rage that Lenny played with. Yeah, I see some. But I'm a little bit different, Ron. When anybody says, "Yo, he remind me of Lenny," I run to the TV whenever I hear somebody say that. When they told me that the kid that plays for Houston, what's his name? What's the kid's name, Jordan, that plays for Houston? Not Chris
Sinnott?
No, the wing that just came out not too long ago. Why am I drawing a blank on his name? Not
Jarace Walker?
No, not he played
for the Houston Rockets or the Cougars?
No, he played for the Rockets. I don't know why I'm drawing a blank on this.
Not a man.
Jabari?
Jabari, that's him. My boy told me that, Jabari remind me of Lenny. I raced to the TV. I was like, what? Because anytime somebody tell me that this guy remind me of Lenny, I run to the TV because I want to see it. Because Len was unbelievable, no doubt.
Yeah, I'm gonna continue to say it. AJ absolutely has the highest ceiling out of everybody in this draft. Yeah. Will he get there? Who knows? But
I agree. He does.
I think Boozer has a high ceiling.
No, I think AJ has a high ceiling.
Ron and I have gone back and forth on this Aj Dybantsa thing for like a year and a half now, and it's really funny because every time AJ had a bad game or anything like that, I could guarantee one thing: guarantee you one thing, that I'm gonna have a text from Ron showing me some videotape of AJ like looking bad for a second. So it's really cool to see Ron giving AJ some flowers. And
Hey, Pin,
I only have one thing to say to you,
Ron.
Ron.
Score 10 points next game.
Miles,
I only have one thing to say to you, Ron.
my man.
You too.
Louder.
Keep doing your
Louder.
thing.
They can't hear you in the
I'm about
back
to send
row.
you a video on Telegram too.
All right,
Do that.
Yeah, Pin, ain't nothing changed. Let that boy have 10 points next game. You gonna hear from me.
God.
I might make it the title of the show. All right, y'all. We got a few more super chats before we get up out of here. I appreciate everybody to stay in overtime with us. Make sure you like that video, subscribe. Y'all know the drill. Goon King Forever, right on schedule, said AJ hooping because the school allows polygamy. He's allowed to have multiple shorties and no one blinks an eye. BYU culture needs to be replicated.
But
Bro, I don't know.
that-
I
is
don't know
that
what to tell
true?
you, man. A lot of Division I athletes got
true?
multiple women.
But also, you got to think about
I mean,
it.
I would not be surprised if AJ did. Like,
But you got to think about it though. BYU is also a Mormon school, so like having multiple women is normal in the Mormon community. So it's like,
I did not know
back
that.
in high school.
yeah. So if you ever seen like the
Jordan,
show,
you
like,
considering conversion?
I might. Yeah, boy, you got to get it at all costs.
Hey, what
Jordan,
the
like,
master's
you tell her-
program look like down there? I might go back to school and get my
Boy,
master's.
I'm telling you, boy, hey, boy, I do whatever it takes. I'm one of the ones that start bucking when the women come around, boy. I'll be. Hey, yo, Ron, you remember that last 10 bands I gave you last week? Keep it, bro. It's cool. I want to know. I ain't really need it anyway. I
Don't do that with me
because
because I'm gonna plug you, but then I'm also gonna be like, oh yeah, man, actually, let me get 10 more. I just came across a good opportunity.
It's all good. I got you. I'm gonna hit you with a wire, because I own Zelle. That's for broke.
Nah, you about to pull out that you about to pull out the Kevin Hart excuse, like the way my checking account is set up. It's like my saving and my checking, and
that's why I told him I'm a wire it to you. That take a little bit more time. So for when we get away from that shorty, I gotta tell Ron I ain't wiring you shit. Number one, I'm a wire it to you. It is what it is,
That's good.
All right, y'all. The next super chat is from Pimp named Slickback. Pimp said, so the Wizards are bad because they can't find or develop talent well, and Adam Silver's solution is to make it even harder for them to get top-end talent. Laughing my ass off.
Sure, yeah. If you're super bad, then maybe you shouldn't get to draft top 4 every single year. Maybe that should be your penalty. And honestly, I think they've suffered enough. I think they were like the second worst team in the league last year, and then they ended up with a 6th pick.
I feel like everything the Wizards have done has been their fault. So I mean, I feel like it's not like, you know what I'm saying? It's like everything the Wizards have done has been their fault. If you look at every draft, there's teams that have had opportunities to draft certain players and chose this player over that player. Just like, you know what I'm saying? Look at Portland's luck. You know what I'm saying? Portland passed on Michael Jordan. I don't feel bad for Portland. You see what I mean?
Kevin Durant too.
Kevin Durant, like it's certain teams you just don't feel bad for. Like you guys passed on these dudes that you could have got. Like I don't feel bad for the Hawks.
Damn, Portland and Dame would have been. I mean, KD and Dame would have been cold.
That's what I'm saying. I like I don't feel bad for the Hawks not having Luka Doncic. You know what I'm saying? The Hawks could have had him. Multiple teams could have had Luka. I don't feel bad for the Lakers not getting Jason Tatum. They could have had him. You know what I'm saying? It's like
Lakers definitely.
Do you feel a little bit bad for Philly though? That Markelle Fultz shit, like that.
No, that was their fault. Bro, they
dynasty.
chose Markelle Fultz, bro. Like,
That's freak luck. That's freak luck. I'm supposed to know that he's gonna have this friggin' nerve injury, and then he's gonna forget how to shoot. You watched Markelle in the college.
There's so many players in that draft that were so successful. I can't look at that and be like Philly. Oh, I feel bad for Philly. No, you had an opportunity to get you had the first overall pick, and you chose Ben Simmons and Markelle Fultz. You could have chose anybody else. I can't feel bad. Look at Jokic was was what, a 41 overall pick in the 2nd round?
Yeah, that's
come on,
luck.
bro.
That's
Come
luck.
on. That's scouting. That's not luck. That's good scouts. That's what that is. You know what I'm saying? Like
it's both.
It's good scouting. You know what I mean? It's like Isaiah Thomas was the very last pick in his draft and took Boston to the playoffs. Did he win a championship? No. But look at all the teams that passed on him. You see what I'm saying? So
Jalen Brunson too. Did you bring up Jalen Brunson?
Jalen Brunson. Look at that.
He was the wasn't he? He was the
Second
what conference
round
were they playing? Big East Player of the Year.
Yeah.
Was it Big East? That was still the Big East.
Yep. All those players, all those teams passed on him. It's just the way it is, man. I mean, I didn't expect VJ to be who he is either in the NBA. Look at VJ. I mean,
VJ tough. Kobe Cheeser said, "Hey, Penn, my point is that Jamal Murray is an ethical hooper. Kids want to practice fadeaways and not free throws." SGA.
If he was really ethical, then why doesn't he play defense better?
That's real. That's real.
He passes better.
That's a real statement. That's a real statement.
I don't even know if he passes that much better.
He's a better connective passer.
Man, move on. Move on with that bullshit. Not telling me about connected passing.
Even Penn tired of the shit. That's what I'm saying.
Pip named Slickback said, "Ron, breaking news. According to Mark Spears, Ben Simmons is now pursuing a career in pro fishing. I'm not trolling either. Look it up." So
that's crazy.
I'm not surprised.
That's no way.
I'm not surprised. I know he do spend a lot of time on the boat.
How many millions of dollars did he take from the NBA? Like,
hey, Jordan, he be on them boats doing something else. And he the last thing he do is fishing.
Probably, but nah, he be fishing. You know, he from Australia. You know, they got them wild animals out there in Australia. So shit, you know, they got spiders the size of a goddamn alligator out there. Boy, motherfucker pick a spider up like it's a dog. Be like,
I was so blessed when I was out there, bro, that I ain't see nothing, bro. I was so scared flying out there. I was like, bro, I'm gonna see some type of snake, spider, lizard, something.
Facts. It's two reasons why I ain't went to Australia yet. Number one, that shit far as hell. That's a long ass flight. And number two, I don't know what kind of snake I'm gonna see in that joint. Boy, I seen Ben Simmons chasing the snake out of his nice home. I ain't got that money. I'm staying in the projects. I ain't shit.
Hey, when we do our PC international tour and we touch down in Australia, we going snake, spider, and lizard hunting. I can't wait to take y'all with us.
Y'all going on y'all own.
You gonna be on the front line.
You a damn lie. I'm gonna be
because you're gonna be able to mask the background with your beard. So we all gonna be behind you.
I'm gonna be in the front room of the hotel asleep. Fuck that.
That's good.
Front row of the plane on the way back.
Anna Monica Studios. Damian, we coming to see you soon. Anna Monica Studios said they be NBA Cup champions if you swapped Norman Powell for SGA. Also, clarifying for the audience that the 20 point per game is a regular season record. No, Will Chamberlain got it, right?
20 points per game.
Yeah. Penn, what's the record? I meant to ask this earlier too.
30 points per game, or did they have a typo? They
20. It's 20. No, it's 20. He is behind Will Chamberlain, though. He is behind Will Chamberlain.
Will got like 134 or something like that?
Yeah.
What? Something like that, if I'm not mistaken. All right, we got a couple more, and then we gonna get up out of here.
Yeah, we gotta get up out of here.
Shout out to my man.
He got out the bathroom.
Shout out to, and he's trying to get back in there. Shout out to Highly Favored for becoming a YouTube member. You are highly favored now that you are joined up as a Player's Choice YouTube member. Salute to you. If you're not a member yet, you already know the drill. Hit that membership button. Deem the Dream sent through the last members chat of the day. Deem said, so since scoring matters the most, Ingram is greater than Scotty Barnes.
I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here.
Scotty Barnes.
I see y'all later. It was nice meeting you, though, my man. You know, we catch up.
Too. Yes, sir. Nice meeting you too, bro.
Yeah, gotta get up out of here for Brax bullshitting. There you go.
Yo, Miles, before we get up out of here, one more time, plug your social medias. Let the people know where they can find you on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, all of that good stuff.
First off, I want to say I appreciate you guys having me on the pod. You know,
no doubt.
I watch you guys' stuff all the time, and you guys are very knowledgeable what you're talking about. You guys know your shit, so it's great just being able to be a face inside the podcast and have my voice heard throughout you guys' platform. So I really appreciate that. And you guys can check me out, wadurr, WA.DURR on all platforms, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, and Snapchat. Recently started posting on Snapchat, so check me out on there as well. So, I mean, I appreciate y'all checking out the content. A lot more verses on the way. And like he said, All-Star Weekend is going to be crazy. So if you're out here, I'm going to be out on the streets walking around. I'll be everywhere. You know what I'm saying? It's going crazy. Only a month and a half away. So yeah, so it's gonna be lit. It's gonna be lit.
All right, y'all. We about to get up out of here. You know where to find us. Same time, same place tomorrow. We out. Join the Splash Sports NBA Christmas Tiers contest. We will see you in the winner's circle.